What's going on, everybody? It is every other Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for 7's Wild. I am three-star draw, and with me is my cuz.
Pop Blender. What's up?
And we're here to do the damn thing and try to fix some audio issues in the process.
Yeah, something like that. We'll see. I'm going to switch my headphones real quick.
All right.
Just to say real fast, if any of y'all have talked into a mic and heard yourself and it's not in real time, about a half-second delay, it will drive you crazy, and especially over 3 hours. So I'm going to unplug this headphones, try my old ones, and see what happens.
It's like having a voice in your head that just repeats everything you say, just like a couple so second or so later. I don't know. Weird stuff. I had the same kind of thing happen 2 weeks
Check
ago, I
one.
think.
It was the headphones.
Headphones.
Yeah.
Weird.
Go figure. They were working fine, and then literally while we were talking, it just decided to switch itself. And I don't know, maybe it has some automatic sonic mode that I don't know about or some shit like that. And
Sonic Fighters. It's
wi-
Skynet.
well, it's like and this is a great start to a stream. It's it's like you don't change a setting, you don't do anything, and all of a sudden it switches on you. And I'm sure everybody that streams has had something like that happen, right?
Yeah.
And you're scrambling and you're like, oh my God, what gonna restart the computer and everything, and so it goes. But so it goes. It's fixed. So we're gonna roll with it for now.
All right. Fingers crossed. There's always
Taking
something. There's always
taking
something, man.
yeah, taking them bitches back to Electronic Express.
Oh, those are the new ones?
They are. They're good too. They're $139, no, $169 headphones on sale for $69 at Electronic Express. So they're good
Damn.
headphones, like really good headphones. Not to put the price out there, but they were on sale, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'll
Yeah.
take them.
Got to do it.
And they've been working great, but just until now. So, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do? What are you gonna do, man?
Yeah. Yeah, time to return them for the Black Friday return already.
Yeah, right.
Like, y'all sold me these damn headphones, and I hear myself over and over again. Want to give me my money back? You
Can
said
I?
JBLs, right?
They're JBLs. I was like, can I get this?
Yeah,
Can I
man.
get the same deal? Can I get the same deal on some other ones? Maybe some Beats. Can you give me some Beats?
Some Beats.
Oh
They're supposed to
Lord.
be good headphones. I've never had a pair.
I believe they are, my friend. Yeah, they
So,
are. They're really, really good, actually.
we're gonna go ahead before we get into the idle chatter. I want to go ahead and say hi to our chat because it's
Yes,
been blowing up.
let's do it. Let's go.
13 people in there right now. So go ahead and do that part. What is going on, Crimson Cobra Commander? How you doing, my buddy? Son of a crayon slayer's in the house. Menjoza, what's up? What's up, all? Daredevil Dave. Same time Toys is here. Stuck at work till 10:30. In case you get
It's a
to
bummer.
it, damn
It's a bummer.
YouTube friends. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Same here. We're
I
gonna we're
heard
gonna do
that.
that.
Yep,
We're, we're
heard
gonna do
that.
we're gonna do that. So Pop Blender is here.
Hey, wait a minute. Who is that son of
I
a
know
bitch?
that guy. Let's see who all is a little further down. I said Menjoza, right? Menjoza's here. If I didn't, I think I did.
um,
I, I think so. What's up, Menjoza?
let's
Joe
do it
fan.
again. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Menjoza, what's up?
Joe Fan 84 was in the stream last night too for a little bit
Yep,
with Matthew and
yep,
I.
that was a good time.
It's fun. It was a fun one.
Let's see. Derek Holloman is here. Hey, y'all.
Got quite a few
Todd,
people actually, man.
Todd C. Happy pre Thanksgiving indeed. Roman Graham is
See?
here. What's happening, Roman?
Oh, I
AA
love that
Ron, the
picture.
toy enhancer, is here. What's up,
Aaron,
Aaron? How you doing,
Aaron.
man? Yeah, the Predator. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a
It's great.
damn good one. Let's see. Trying to get on down. Sean Jones is here with us.
Sean Jones.
Let's see.
Love it.
Frank Doom on you. How you doing, Frank?
Frank was in
crusty
the
old,
stream last night too,
yeah.
man. I love seeing it, man. I love it, love it.
Well, you know, all everybody here. Crusty old crows here. Hey, you turkey lovers. You're not gonna have any turkey tomorrow, are you? It don't mean a damn thing to you,
Is
does it,
there
Crow?
is there a way to overnight him some good ass turkey and stuffing? I'm sure there is in some shape, form, or fashion. Because
I can
I'd
tell
love
you
for
it's really
somebody.
expensive.
I know it is, but I'd love for somebody who doesn't, if they don't really celebrate, that to just experience what it's like to have like turkey, stuffing, holy smoke, which you guys probably don't know about. We may talk about that a little bit here in a while. Maybe
Yeah,
some
we're gonna have
Thanksgiving
to.
food and what we're expecting, what we
I
like to
can't
fight
wait.
over.
I'm already hungry
Yeah,
tonight for
man.
tomorrow.
I
So
know. Yeah, I hear you.
I bet you are. I know you are.
Yeah.
So his mom makes the best stuffing, dressing, whatever you want to call it. We call it stuffing. I know everybody has that celebrates it has somebody in their family that says that, but
Yes.
it's that's her for us.
I've brought girlfriends over. I've told the story a few times, but like oh, my mom's is no, I'm telling you, and then they come over and they're like, yeah, you were right. You're right. I mean, every person that's ever come over is something to behold, my friends, and I'm gonna have to learn that recipe. Gonna
Yep,
have to learn
you
that
are.
recipe.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lock it in so we can have it forever and pass it on
Hmm.
to Evangelion. What is the end of his new name?
Oh, Requiem Evangelion is what it is.
Yeah,
It's total anime. He changed it from possibly Mav to Requiem. And look, I get it, right? Change it, whatever, do what you want to do. It's whatever he's into, right? A 16, almost 17-year-old is going to be into a lot of different things growing up. So, those things changed. He loved that Top
yeah,
Gun Maverick movie, so I think that's where that
yeah.
came from originally. But the top possibly Mav. Yeah, dude, I just saw that. I was about to type. Yeah,
Right.
hey, love it, love it, love it, love it, Joe fan. I'm all about that, all about it.
And let's see. So we do have Thanksgiving here. We eat turkeys in Canada. Our
So
stuffing
so
has
so
bacon.
do they have Thanksgiving though? Like I didn't know that was part of a Canadian tradition. Like that
It
they
Yeah.
worked with the Indians and they taught them how to make corn and shit. And then we said, "Here's all our diseases." Oh, by
taught
the
them
way, this is my land now.
they taught them how to harvest ice and do what they
Yeah.
ate
Oh
ice.
man, or
Uh,
hockey, harvest hockey.
so no, we actually had this discussion. Theirs is in October. They have Thanksgiving in October, and I don't know how big of a deal nationally it is, but Crow was like, eh.
Yeah.
I think it was last month.
Did you see Derek and Holloman's sliding in here? I couldn't remember if you had said hi
No, yeah,
earlier,
I
and
did. Yeah.
Legend series dropping in here. Happy Thanksgiving to
What's
you,
up? What's
the
going on, Sean?
Macho Man,
Oh
the
yeah.
original baby. I mean, that's what I look at him like. I'm like, you're the original, my friend.
Sean
Um,
Jones says I'm an Indian. Well, you got your people got a raw deal. Let me go ahead and
oh,
say
I
you.
have
And
to say,
I didn't have shit to do with it,
yeah,
but it's the way it went.
but nonetheless, yes.
So Thanksgiving, I hope everybody's God, I hope everybody's off, got something to
Yeah.
do, somewhere to go, or somebody to talk
Family or
to on the
friends,
phone,
right? Family or
something.
friends,
Um,
somebody to get together with if you can.
yeah, it's not Thanksgiving's like I talk about it later, but Thanksgiving's like I don't really like this time of year, and Thanksgiving is one of those holidays that's like either all in or kind of all out kind of
Sure.
thing. But we do you do get to see people that you don't get to see all the time and stuff on in most cases. So I always look forward to that. We have a good time. Our gathering over at Hot Blender's house is usually rather small. It varies, but there's never any more than like 8 or 9 of us.
No, years past it was much bigger, right? Growing up and all that, but as families do, depending on if you have a lot of brothers and sisters, they have a lot of kids, right? Or and some families do. I talk to people at work all the time. They're like, that's one of my favorite things about it, but the TV probably is going to be off for a decent part of the day. Um, but yeah, so a lot of people, man, they've got 3 brothers and 2 sisters, or 2 brothers, 2 sisters, whatever, and then they have 3 kids, right? Or then as they
Yeah.
get older, then they've got grandbabies, even, right? They start getting to our age, and so it's a trip. I talked to some people. They're like, "Yeah, we've got like 20 people over to 18 people," and I'm like, "Yeah, it used to be like that, but our family's a little different. Not a lot of kids,
Yeah.
between cousins, at least, for you, obviously, but also my sister, and I just have one, right? And so, but we have other parts of the family that do also have one daughter, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally
See
about it.
that?
There you go. There you go. She making the holy smoke for us. That's my sister,
That's,
and she's making the holy smoke. I can't wait.
that's what we like to see. We
About
just we
once a
just
year.
just talked about it a minute ago. We're gonna talk about it again here in a little while.
Yeah, man. But
And
for us,
Josie
it's gotten
just
a little smaller, right? Over the years and
yeah.
whatever. And so I think there'll be just a few of us tomorrow, but it don't matter because we always have a good time. We joke around and cut up and everything. And so that's all that
I,
matters, right?
we need to recreate the picture that we use in the intro. We don't
Okay.
really have the Masters of the Universe stuff, but I think we could probably do it with Joe's.
If I'd have thought about
I
it, I'd
know
have
we could
hot
do it with
footed it up
Joe's.
to, I'd have hot footed it up because I saw some Motu stuff the last few days that I'd kind of been out and about and at the comic shop, and a couple cool things. Not that I'd really get them, but if we were going to do that, I probably would have sought them out, found those exact ones if I could, and done it right. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I get that, Derek, for sure, man. With just your mom and you, but I mean that's still important, right? I mean it's great, that
I
you
can't
you,
do
you
it,
do
so
that.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, no,
yep.
yeah, we lost your mom, a little over 10 years ago now,
Yep.
and I can't believe it's been that long.
That's crazy, man.
Time marches on, dude. That's what's crazy about it.
Time marches
Yes, it
on.
does.
Uh,
Time is not on our side.
time
No, it's
hates us.
not.
It hates us. But Thanksgiving, like a lot of I know several people who Thanksgiving is like their big extended family and like all cousins and aunts
Yeah,
and uncles. They do
yeah,
Thanksgiving and then they will do their Christmas like just immediate family there at
right,
home. So
right.
it's different people do different things, but I've talked to a lot of people over the years who like Thanksgiving was huge for them because that is when they get to see the people that they only see that like that day a year, and
Right.
ours was never really that big, but for people that do that like it, it's good. I mean, I'm glad people are able to do that and see all those people. Ours
Well,
are scattered to the wind. Those of them
and
that are left.
it is, but growing up, we did do the family reunion thing on Father's Day every year. If
Yeah,
if you were able to attend that. Now, once my parents kind of split up, I kind of would end up with my dad, so I ended up for several years, and they're not going to the family reunion as things started to thin out a little bit. But when we were younger, we'd be at the state park out there, and they'd be playing the big ball, which is like softball but with a much bigger ball,
yeah,
and it would be like great uncles and other cousins and stuff like that, people. And that's we'd usually see them like once a year,
yeah.
maybe
That was when
twice.
we saw them
That's when we saw
twice,
them, right?
maybe.
Yeah. So and as we get closer to Christmas, I'm gonna dig up some pictures, man. I'm gonna try to get some Christmas pictures with family and stuff. Our grandparents, obviously, right? Your brother and your mom and your dad, and share some of those pictures as we get closer to the holiday, Christmas anyway. So yeah, man, waxing a little bit about Thanksgiving and the holidays and stuff, but that's what you do, right? It's the day before. Literally, I mean,
Yep,
right? So you
yep.
gotta dig into it if you're doing a stream.
That's right. And we're gonna do some Thanksgiving related stuff here at the end. We do have we got a pretty funny thing that we're gonna get into here
And a
in a little
Christmas
while.
related thing too, however. So it's
It
kind of
it
kicking
is
off today, but a
it is
Christmas related thing.
the holiday season kickoff, and we're gonna kick it off with
Yes, it
some
is.
fun. So I'll give you guys a hint. I put it in the description for the stream. We're gonna play a little game that is it's holiday related, holiday adjacent. At least when it starts out, it's gonna be. So, um, but that's what we got, and then we're gonna go over like things that we are thankful for, and gonna be some serious stuff, some funny
Yeah.
stuff in there too.
I've
But
got 5 funny ones and I've got 5 for real ones. How about that? I did it that way. I split them in 2. 5 sarcastic. Well, they're not. They might be funny to some people, but 5 sarcastic, 5 for real. How about that? That's kind of what I did.
I should have followed that plan.
It's all good. I mean, whatever. It don't matter, man. Look, does anybody will tell you, man? Getting ready for a stream, and it can be nerve wracking. I know. For you, we've talked about it. That not having a plan per se and stuff like that. Me, I'm more fly by the seat of my pants. I'll get with Matthew maybe sometimes if we haven't had a chance to talk, and we'll just be like, "Hey, man, you good with this, this, and this," and we'll do it, and it will come off fine, right? It'll come out fine. But that's how that goes. But not every one of them goes that way, and so having a plan, obviously, and being able to get into it. So you and I talked, a few days ago about kind of what we wanted to do, and so I like kind of what we came up with as we get into Christmas. I think we're gonna have a year in review, right? We're gonna do a year in review, our top 10 figures, and maybe a few other things, fun things for Christmas and that season with GI Joe in particular, since this is a GI Joe centric stream. Although we do touch on other stuff. But
we'll touch on a little bit.
So it'll be fun. Yeah, man. So hang around for a little bit, y'all. And hit the like button if you get a chance. Go ahead and smash the like button and give us give 3 Star Draws channel a little love here as we get started and get going. So
Dave asked if we're decking the halls. We're gonna really deck the hall the 11th. I think that'll be our next one, and I think we'll probably do a little bit of hall decking on that one.
Oh, I'm gonna be decking, son. I'm gonna be decking a lot.
I'm gonna deck some bitches. I'll tell you that. And then we've got some. We have some discussion on the stream after that because we are kind of getting our plan together on what we're going to do, how we're going to do, if we're going to do, because our stream after that is actually going to be on Christmas night. It'll be on the 25th.
Now, and I'm still making sure that that's all lined up. So I don't want to just tell everybody, you know what I mean? Right. Like just say, hey, make sure, plan on it. If you ain't got nothing to do Christmas night, it is a long day for a lot of people. And so, and it is a long one for me too, driving across town, you driving across town as well, my sister as well. And so, there's a lot going on. So we'll see, but we'll try to lock that in and make sure we can fit it in at least for a couple hours.
It probably, if we do it, it'll probably start a little bit later than usual. And, might not be quite as long, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and do something. If not, we'll make up for it. So
absolutely, we will.
I'll actually be off. I'm on vacation, but that's me. A lot of people aren't.
Our restaurant closes on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. They're closed on Thanksgiving, so I've got these 3 days off here. So it's great, man. That's great. Man. Look, chat's been rolling along. Love you guys, man. People showing up early. Daredevil Dave always in there rocking early, man. We can absolutely thank you, Ron.
For the Dave says
hit the like,
boys. Baby. Go see a movie on Christmas Day. There's quite a few people that do that. I try to go see one on Christmas Eve if I can. I usually go over and visit where my mom is at, and there's a movie theater right over by it. So usually if I have time, I'll go see something Christmas Eve. We'll see. I don't I think Nosferatu is going to be
coming out on Christmas Day. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to get that popcorn bucket. I showed it off last night on the stream. You guys check it out. Nosferatu has a popcorn bucket. You can buy it a week in advance, or you can get it with a large popcorn for $6 more for $31. Wraith Mace in the house. Hell yeah.
What's happening, Wraith?
Get that hammer out.
Let's see. So let's go to
let's get it. Let's do it.
Let's go to what's going on. So talked a little bit about what is going on with us. So let's go right into some Joe stuff. I think soon as I find it here,
we got a little. Yeah, we got some I say secret stuff, right? But everybody's probably seen them. But gives us a chance to talk about it a little bit. A couple things I'm excited for. 2 figures in particular that are going to come in one package.
So I did throw this one up there. So that's that was the
Yeah,
thumbnail.
I love
I
it.
I threw it in the slides because I put all this stuff in the thumbnail and I sized the thumbnail wrong. So it cut off the bottom of it. So if
Yeah.
anybody paid attention to it, that's what's on the bottom, and it's really just my ego because I fit all this stuff in there and I made it look
Yeah, I get
all
it.
funny, and I'm like, hey,
Trust
I
me.
want somebody to see it,
I
but
love the dragonfly flying out of the cornucopia. Like, and then I just love the floating Mrs. Doubtfire head.
yeah, that's the new one
Is that the
actually.
new one? I
The
couldn't
new one.
tell until you zoomed in. Now I can. But originally I was like, oh no, we're sitting in a
Floating in the
beer.
beer.
Yeah, floating in a freaking beer.
You get
Uh,
shockwave in the ram,
got a box of
wheeling out.
cereal up in there. Freaking torch is literally hanging sideways.
Well, it was the
He's a
way the picture
trapeze
was.
artist.
Had to put him somewhere. So
He's very talented man.
mm, yeah,
Yeah,
dang,
no,
got him.
I love it. I love doing thumbnails too, man. That's the thing. Like I actually really do. I find it fun just trying to piece them together. The one I did for last night, again, I took a fall shot of Gatlinburg and
Yeah,
then in the foreground just put like whatever pop culture crap we were gonna, talk about. And so, but I've liked doing that in the fall. I'm like, man, let me get a good shot of Gatlinburg, in the fall and use that as my background, and I'll just work around it, whatever. But I
and that's
love it.
funny. You sent me that picture, and I said Gatlinburg before
Yeah.
you ever
Yeah. Well, that
did
was like a
anything to
couple
it.
weeks ago. I think that was on the
Yeah,
Friday night, maybe the unfiltered stream that I did a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that one was Gatlinburg too. I've used a couple different ones.
yeah.
I mean, you can't get no better than that, my friends.
No,
You might be in the Rockies, you might be other places, but Smoky
ain't
Mountains,
nothing like
man.
Gatlinburg, man. Bring
Yeah.
bring your wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll make you pay for it.
All right, so got this dude. We're gonna go
Hey.
over some of these leaked pictures that we've all seen a few times now, but we're gonna talk about them a little bit because I don't think we really have too much. Um, and these are all from Full Force via the Weibo site. So all of these leaked pictures. Full Force is where I did get these pictures. So what do you think about this blowtorch?
Um, I'm good with it. I would have liked the yellow to been a bit more of the traditional. This is a little muted for me. A little more of a maze almost. I would have actually cared for the more original bright yellow. I'm also not crazy about the black knee pads or knee guards.
Yeah,
And also the black gloves. I get it. I guess when you're trying to accessorize and you're trying to kind of put these figures together, that team's trying to look at maybe what works. And damn, I wish I'd have got an Iron Grenadier last week from Walmart too, Derek. Mine just got a shipping update and he's about to ship out. Thank God. Alpine got pushed back to the 18th of
yeah.
December. But yeah, no,
Way
I
back.
look. Bottom line is, love the character, always have, right? He was that yellow. I mean, if you really go back and look at it, it was bright, man.
It was
Like
really bright.
super freaking bright. But again, I would have preferred that look. I get it. I guess if we would have gotten maybe if we're gonna get a retro, right? We're gonna get a carded, fine. But I get it. They want to go more. I mean, I mean, really, especially now. And I know the classifieds, obviously, their intention initially, and even maybe even still, was to make it a little more realistic, right? Maybe a little more into right, like
Yeah,
what's now. And so I understand that, but I just would have preferred them to just go all in,
yeah.
and make this character as bright as crap. But I can't wait, man. I love this guy. He wasn't a figure. I don't know about you, man. Like back in the day when we played with him and when I played with him, I don't know that he was kind of a guy that I always brought along, but he was situational, right? In a way for me.
Yeah.
And And so he wasn't one of my favorite guys, but he's one of those early ones that when you were getting a line as a kid, you were in love with. So
Yeah, he was kind of sought after.
yeah. Oh,
He was kind of
yeah. I
hard to
mean,
get.
very different.
It's like
Very,
Airborne.
very different, right? Yeah. I remember Airborne being, I had to trade for Airborne.
I
I had to
did too.
trade a kid for Airborne to get Airborne. He was not available by the time I was, really heavy into it. And
Yeah.
then real quick, I wanted to give you an opportunity. Obviously, War Chest is here, which is always wonderful.
Yes.
Um,
What's up, War Chest?
hell yeah. A
Go
Sparkle
through.
MJ glove, just one. That's what he posted. You're so right. He needs a Sparkle MJ glove. Yeah, War Chest. That's exactly what he needs is a Sparkle glove. It would have been kind of
Uh,
funny if they did that.
yeah, that would be, yeah, man. You probably have all kind of people up in arms over that. So, Crimson Cobra Commander. Yeah, that's exactly why we're getting this version. This is the
Yes.
was this the Pursuit of Cobra? This was based on a later version of him. I think it
I
was the
couldn't
Pursuit of Cobra
say.
line. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't into those, so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, this is one of the ones that I'm kind of like looking at Hasbro was, kind of giving them the side eye when they do this, because this is one that is just tailor made to be like, well, we'll give them the version that they really want, and in 16 months they'll buy it again. So, and
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
and he's probably one that I actually would, but I am excited for this figure. I always like Blowtorch. I've still got my original. Oh, I went
Well, he's one
one
of
too
those
far.
he's one of those I mean, he's one of those main ones, right? Like when you think about the line, especially earlier on, the first couple 3 years or whatever, right? First 2 3 years, um, he's just one of those ones. Like that's an automatic. Like that's an automatic for me. I
Yeah.
would have rather have had this guy come out than heavy duty.
Oh, yeah, much,
You know what I
much.
mean? Like I absolutely would have
And
rather had
don't
this guy
forget,
already.
he also has a penchant for barbecuing old people. That he's got that weird accent that nobody knows where he come from. Oh, I was putting these together. And I'm like, oh, I got to remember
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the other segment here in a little
that.
bit.
Oh, it's gonna be
I did
good.
have fun doing it, and I like you. I had a lot more fun than I even maybe thought I would. And
Yeah, it
we'll
was.
get to it. But I wish I had been able to do more. But nonetheless, yeah, no, I'm into it. Love it. Gotta have him. He is one of those ones I gotta have for sure.
Yeah, Crimson Cobra Commander. He does. There's another slide that I don't think I didn't grab it, but it
Okay.
shows some more stuff, and he's got Torch's effects with him.
I
So
mean, he does kind of have that. What is the Centurions?
yeah,
those
yeah,
and I had a bunch of those guys too. Actually, you get the.
yeah. I had the green dude.
I wonder why, that those are. And I don't know what those are. If somebody could educate me on what this is on his suit, those
I
silver things. I don't know what they
when
are. They look
when
like
me and
soda cans stuck into
yeah,
his body like a Coke machine. You could just pull the
that's
tab.
That's what I said when me and Crow talked about it. I was like, "This is looks like he's got a six pack on his
Yeah,
chest, like
man,
a
these
real
guys
for
loaded
real
up
six
with
pack."
cherry Dr Pepper or some shit. He's ready to
those
go.
are he's showing up to the party with a case of Yojo Cola
There
embedded in
you
his
go.
suit. That's what that is.
Right.
How long do you think it's going to be before we get a damn can of Yojo Cola in the line? They got
Oh,
to do it.
I
They give us
mean,
a fudgy bar. They got to give us some Yojo Cola.
yep, got it. Got a fudgy bar. Hint, hint. Yeah, the I would like a lot of little callbacks like that, right? And I'm with you, War Chest, heavy duty. I don't like that whole thing. I just don't. I didn't care for it then. I don't care for it now. But I get it. It's different. It is going to be different. It's going to be
What
something we haven't had, right?
what will actually inspire me to buy heavy duty, and I've seen other people say it, is the fact that his rocket launchers can detach and be used. They have a handle and they can be used
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Commando with
Right.
Schwarzenegger. That shot that they released when they did that, that was the one that was like, all right, that's gonna make me buy this dude. But I still haven't pre-ordered him. So
Uh,
he's not going anywhere. He ain't gonna be
no,
hard to
he's
get.
not, and I did pre-order him, but obviously now that doesn't mean anything. That means nothing now. I don't even know. I have the $50 for the Hasbro Pulse Premium. I get it. Maybe it comes in handy once or twice a year, but ultimately, right now, it's I don't even know
No,
what's the point.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to seriously rethink that come next July when mine comes up.
You know,
Cause
this is a curious question too, real quick, and you might want to go back maybe a couple or two. But Triple C, Crimson Cobra Commander, do we know if he'll have a maskless head as well? You know, I I would like for him to have a maskless head and give us the option.
yeah, he does. I think they showed a different picture.
Okay,
This is I
okay,
thought I had some other pictures, but I guess I didn't save them when I was looking at them. They did show it, so I think he's got a. I think the mask slips on.
okay. I mean, because yeah, at least a mask, right? At least a mask or something like that. I would
Yeah.
definitely love that. Let's
Yeah, Frank, I the rocket launchers will be reused for salvo. Yeah, I can see that. And I actually had salvo. I didn't have heavy duty, but I had
okay,
salvo. Salvo
okay.
was all right. But yeah, I can definitely see that coming down the line. Let's see. War Chest says if he has a mask, you better do a review of it, Crimson Cobra Commander. So,
Oh, he
and I know
will.
you're going
He
to.
absolutely will. Yes, he will. I have
So
no doubt
the
about that.
So the next one I skipped ahead to. So this was the claw pilot. This was that picture, the same picture that Punk showed where we spent 15 minutes talking about this dude's
The
withered
fucking
hands.
hands,
This
Jesus Christ, bro, get some
guy's,
fucking lotion, homeboy. Look, I ain't gonna say nothing. I've been chewing my fingernails since I was 2 years old, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. You got hands like this, you need to lather them some bitches up. That's just the truth, man. Holy moly, that guy must
all
suffer terribly in the wintertime.
all I can figure is that this dude has had his hand in a glove for about four
Oh
hours
my god.
and it's all pruny, or he just got out of the he
A
just got out of
latex
the
glove, right? Like a
yes,
latex glove,
yeah,
right?
well,
Yeah, yeah,
nitrile
yeah.
glove,
Right.
because that actually at work I have to wear them at work, and that happens to me in the summer. You know, if I like,
Frank.
I pull my glove off, and it's just like slings sweat. I'm like, that is so
Oh,
nasty.
oh yeah, no, I'm with you at work. Sometimes I got to use them for this and that, or do whatever. And yeah, Frank, I'm with you, man. Pay for a hand model to do
Yeah,
them
no
pics, man.
shit. Yeah,
And War Chest says that dude just won an ass cleaning contest.
I hope he won. I hope he won.
Oh my god!
Oh
Oh
man,
shit!
so
Yeah, no. I mean, look,
yeah,
it's
wet white champion.
it's terrible. I mean, it's terrible, but holy moly! And yeah, Menjoza, right? Just got out of the bathtub or something, man. But it's like maybe just set that figure up, just lay it
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
right?
just
Just
put
lay
it
it
on the.
down
He's
on
got a
something and just
ShamWow.
kind of take an above pick, right? Yeah, I mean, like just lay it down. It's okay. We'll get over it.
He's got a ShamWow behind him. Maybe that's what he dried his hands
God.
on.
Oh, who is this poor person? I feel
I
I'm
don't
I'm
know,
so
man.
thankful. I'm so thankful that this person photographed their hand.
I've got a picture later that's gonna have my hand in it. And
You
get your
just
mind out
wait.
of the gutter,
Oh,
folks.
no. Just wait. Just wait. Yeah, I've got one. Just
Yep.
wait. I already know.
So, yep. So yes, Crimson Cobra Commander, that is the claw pilot, although we can't seem to talk about the figures. So
Well, there's not much. I mean, come on, man. Like, there's not much to talk about. The hand takes precedent in this photo. I'm sorry.
I
So
want to
look,
know what happened here. Like he got his
that's
hand,
that.
he got
Got in
his
a
finger.
brawl.
Yeah,
Got in a
no, he
brawl.
got it caught in one of them packaging machines over there at the windowless packaging
I would say
factory.
got in a brawl with six golfers at a Houston's in Texas, and it spilled into the parking lot and into a CVS, and that's where it got injured. If you get a chance to look that story up, by the way, y'all, look that story up. A hockey player got into a brawl 1v6 because these golfers were getting really testy with a manager of a Houston's restaurant in Texas, and he took on all 6 dudes and beat their asses. This just happened like yesterday or the day before.
I
Look it
thought you
up.
were making that whole story
No,
up on the
look it
fly.
up, man. This dude is a hockey player, and he whooped like 6 dudes. I'm like,
I
how does
real
that even happen?
I mean, it really sounds like something that you would make up on the
Yeah,
fly.
I'm
So
with you.
that's
Nope.
what I was
That's a
thinking.
real story, man. Look it up. But nonetheless, yeah, we could all speculate on what that crease is. But I'm kind of with you, man. Maybe getting it caught in a
Yeah,
loves mules. I agree.
and that
Yeah, getting it caught in a pressing machine or something.
and what you don't see is this is the hand of a 9-year-old boy. He's
Oh
been working
no! Oh
in that.
no! He's got that old people disease, and he looks like he's 79 when he's like
He's
8 years old. Is that one of those things?
he's been working
Is
in
that
that
what's going
GI
on
Joe
here?
factory his entire
That's
life. Like
terrible. That's
literally,
terrible.
they
Um,
started him out in 2020
look,
when he
look,
was
folks.
5.
If you're waiting on us every 2 weeks to get your news that
Yeah,
you haven't seen yet, then you got another thing coming.
unless it breaks that day, and I
That
just
day
have
or
a
that
lot of
night.
time
Yeah.
before the screen. I actually do have one in here that did break today,
Okay.
believe it or
Well,
not.
I
So
love that. I do love that. But yeah, this figure, look, I want the claw. Gotta have the claw. Come on,
yes,
get with it. I'm all about it. And War Chest, I'm with you about the snake. Yes, not
yeah,
that Super 7 one that the figure's stuck inside of it or whatever the hell that is. That you can't get him out,
yeah.
right? And it's just a front
I,
piece.
that thing, I tell you what though, that thing is badass. The Yojo Depot had one
I'm
last
with
time I
you.
was in there.
I'm with you,
It
man.
ain't
It's cool, but
$125 badass, but it's badass. It is on the Pulse sale right now. If anybody wants 35% off of it, you can just order that one thing. But, uh, good luck with that. Yeah, the claw. So we hadn't really seen any other pictures, I don't think, yet of
No.
the claw itself, other than the render. But I really like this figure. War
Cool.
Chest had said he wants a male ferret driver. I don't care. I love
I mean, I
that
wouldn't have
scout.
a male ATV driver since we've already gotten a female. I wouldn't have one. Then you could just mix and match and swap them, do
Yeah,
whatever you want. So I mean, I wouldn't mind that. It does. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Look, I like the Valkyrie figures, right?
yeah.
Um,
Some of
there
my
are other
favorite
ones that I
ones.
like, but at the same token, I think since we already got one, this is extremely similar, right? And so I wouldn't have minded if they had changed the body type on it or whatever instead and just given us one. Then you could just do whatever you want with them. I mean, the options, man. It's all about
Yeah,
options, really, to
and
me.
and Crimson Cobra Commander's got a point. Be another chance at the ferret because they're going to make it.
You
Multiple colors.
already know.
They're going to do a crimson ferret.
They're gonna do a Python
Probably
patrol ferret. They're gonna
they're probably working
do
on one of them right now since they're through with the mold after the tiger paw.
yeah. I mean, it's coming now. You might pre-order it and get it in a year and a half, but it's coming.
I can't argue with you there. If they'd have dropped the ferret and a 2-pack of drivers, that would
Yeah, absolutely,
I'd have bought them because I
absolutely.
love that ferret scout figure,
Yeah,
man.
it's great. It's great.
Uh, such a good figure. So let's see what we got next. So this is the one from today. This this showed up. This was on full force. This was supposed to be a alternate head sculpt for Clutch,
Yeah, yeah.
with either what was going to be a toothpick or a cigarette. And well, I mean, look, it was a toothpick. Why would they give him a cigarette?
It's a little thick for a toothpick, but
Well,
whatever. I get the spirit of it.
I think it was, this was like an early one, and I'm sure they would have thinned it down or something. But
Sure.
Clutch, like me, almost has a toothpick. I mean, it says it on his freaking file card, I think.
Yeah, it is
So
interesting that they didn't give you, at the very least, what I thought would have been great is just put one of those little bitty holes in the side of his mouth in one side
yeah,
and give you a toothpick accessory that you could just stick in there if you wanted
with
to.
with a peg, not just like a little tiny pick, just like a peg that
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
in.
right. Something. I
Um,
mean, I don't know how you would do that and not make it if you
yeah,
didn't want that. But I mean, even to me, just a tiny little. I don't know. I mean, I obviously, guess you do like a couple sculpts. I don't know, but so let me ask you real quick because I did not see this, and that looks like he's got a real serious he's got a real serious problem. He needs some
Yeah.
medicine for that.
I actually looks like he's at the end of a J is what it looks like.
Either that or he's like, hasn't he went out on a night on the town with a stripper and ended up with something he needs to get rid of.
Kinda
Yeah, of some kind. But yeah, so what was this a previous design that got
yes.
rejected?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I did not
This
see this, so I'm out of
yeah.
touch with this particular
Yeah.
figure.
It,
But
po- it, it
okay.
popped up literally like today. I saw it.
And I'm guessing this is somebody that works
Afternoon.
in a factory over in Thailand or wherever the hell they make their figures, right? I don't know, Malaysia or
Yeah.
wherever they have their factories. And obviously, these people, I'm sure security's kind of lax over there, if I had to guess.
Well, that's why, and that's also part of why I have leaks in parentheses because
Yeah, yeah, sure.
but so and Chris McLeod on Full Force actually did have the name of the user, and I should have wrote it down, but it's where a lot of where this stuff comes from over there in China. But this again, I saw this one on Full
Yeah.
Force, so yeah, he looks. I really think in this picture, I think it looks like he was riding around in the OD green vamp, blowing some green is what it looks like. He just made it in before formation at like 6 in the damn morning. He just rolled out of the vamp in the motor pool.
Yeah, I mean, he does look a little worse for wear. He's probably about 24 beers in out of a 24 pack, and he's
He's been
getting
hanging out with
up.
blowtorch.
The alarm, yeah, right. The alarm's been going off, and they're like, "Hey, who's the hell's who's driving the vamp today? Some bitch, let's get your ass out of here." And he's like,
Yep.
"Huh? What? Who? What? Me worry?" And so yeah, I don't know. I mean, had we gotten this, I mean, look, here's the deal, man. I will never. I get it. There's no way a toy company is going to promote anything that has to do with vaping or cigarettes or
Oh
anything
no.
like that. I get it. I totally get it. However, I do miss a world that we lived in which plastic guns didn't have orange tips and were painted black, and
Well, that changed when we were kids.
characters. Well, a little bit after that actually, but characters that it's part of their thing, right? I mean, it might even been written in their bio, maybe slipped one by the goalie in the 5-hole, kind of deal. And
Some
or might have been in the comic, something like that. And real quick, I'll let you handle that right there.
What's happening, Mr. Mad Gus is joining us. How you doing tonight, my man?
But yeah, I think I would love options like that. You can get options like that from other toy manufacturers, but you ain't getting it from Hasbro, that's for sure. Look at
Oh
the
no.
look at his left hand. Look at the trigger finger. What the hell is going on between the thumb and the trigger finger? That is wacko, dude.
Looks like he's going. You got about that close to pissing
That
me
that,
off.
that is yes, man. Like that seriously. Like it's like, yeah, we need another hand sculpt, brother.
It's a
I don't
booger
know what
picking
unless that's
hand.
supposed to be on a steering wheel. But I mean, even
Well,
then
it's
it's
just the
like,
one finger.
yeah,
He-
that's
they-
really
so
weird,
so
right?
he's fucked up. He's just
Mm-hmm.
riding along with one
Mm-hmm.
finger.
Yeah, man.
I've heard people have done that. So in the
But yeah,
past
anyway,
for
yeah, I mean,
Silverados.
I like what we got. I like what we got with the vamp.
Yeah, I can't.
I like the figure we got. It reminds me of just those classic 13, those originals, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's just,
that's it.
no kidding, dude. You
That's it.
Daredevil Dave just nailed
Yeah,
it.
why? How did we not? How did I not put that together after just
Or
talking
Joe Fan 84 force choke. That's pretty good too. That's pretty good too. I got to give you that one, man. That's
about
pretty damn good.
undo that seatbelt cover, girl?
Look at Joe Fan 84 with the damn triple T. Look at that shit.
No, there he
Yeah,
is.
half a 6-pack. I'm with you. And
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter in there. I love that picture, man. That's great. It's great stuff.
So going on from Clutch. This is the one that a lot of people have been talking about lately. We've seen this one already. So
What
this
the
is old
fucking
Dark
hell?
Lawn.
What? I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I there is nothing. This looks like a kit bash if I ever saw one. This is a, this does nothing for me.
Well,
Absolutely nothing for me. This shit is wacko, dude.
the pants should not have the funky orange on it.
I don't know what
These
the
are
hell
test
this is.
shots.
Yeah.
They pretty much got him. They got him right. They definitely got the torso right. Like
Yeah. No, I
I'm
get it.
waiting for this dude.
I get it, but
Um,
I don't, none of this do I like. And maybe I'm in the minority and that's okay. I'll take the heat, but none of this. I like
yeah,
none of this at all for me personally. But for anybody else, man, have at it. But I don't know what the
you're
hell
gonna
this
buy it
is.
anyway.
I don't know, man. I don't have any Dark Lawn. I don't have any connection. I have zero connection, actually.
Yeah.
Literally a
Um,
big fat zero connection to Dark Lawn.
you know what's funny? I have him, and I don't remember getting him. Like I thought he was the coolest figure. I really liked the look of him and the fact that he's Destro's cousin. So that I
Yeah,
think
no,
that's what
I
endeared
like
him
it.
to a lot of
I
people.
like the new, Joe. I like what they did in that book, right, with him and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Destro, and kind of Destro punishing him for his misdeeds, right, and, with the Paoli brothers. But I don't. I mean, dude, this color scheme is just atrocious, man. Like I don't know any other way to look at it. I mean, am I wrong about that? Like, am I
Oh no,
looking at this and I'm
it's awful, but
I don't know what this is.
the orange should not be there. And there are some other pictures of him that
Okay,
have come out, and I
okay,
wasn't able to find them in time. The orange should not be there. So it will be the tiger green camo, and the pants are right. His pants are maroon.
okay.
The figure actually looks pretty sweet. If I can remember it, or somebody reminds me, I'll bring him. Um, but tomorrow, but he actually is a pretty cool looking figure, and they're going to build him up in the Energon universe, because they're tying, how funny is it that we're getting Dark Lawn or soon, and he's in that book, so they know what they're doing with the way they're
Yeah,
releasing some of these guys.
yeah. No, I mean, look again. To an extent, I trust the team, right? Not fully, not always, but as a fan, that's my
Yeah,
prerogative. But I trust them. I just don't know. I just look at this and I think like this is just a what the fuck is going on here? I mean,
he
really
he
though,
he
like
is
what
a
is
very
happening?
he's a very odd looking figure, but he is pretty
Yeah.
he is pretty damn
Well,
cool. So
do you have like the original figure by chance? I mean, I can look him up real quick just to
yeah, that's what
compare
I
him.
was that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. If I
Oh,
can
oh yeah.
remember it, I can bring him tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna if
So
you
I'm
wanna
I'm
look
gonna
him
bring
up
him
in
up.
Broody
I've got
Joe's,
a yeah. I've got a picture here. A couple of them, I guess. I'll just bring them up real quickly. This is one of him with let's see, open image in new tab, and
and
I'll
Joe fan, real quick. No, not in
not
the Energon universe. I'm not gonna
I
tell you what happened, but he
I
didn't.
answered
But
him in the chat as far as the Destro book was
oh, so
concerned.
you did.
I did answer him. So
You
here's a
ruined it.
picture. Yeah, I ruined it. Well, if you're 5 issues behind and months behind, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, sorry. I mean, this is goddamn. Like, get with it. Let's go. But no. So here we go. Here we go. The gun, very similar, obviously. The pants, the orange. Yeah, actually, the orange is there, and that's not on both knees, as this one is on one knee all the way up. That one, but but man, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had been at the store and was collecting Joes and came across this dude, I probably would not have gotten him because of just the contrast, like the just severe. I mean, even look Voltaire. Look, I'm good with it. Right? It's goofy. I'm good with it. Metalhead. Okay, it works. This thing in the middle is just a it's just a combination of a bunch of different shit that don't even the colors don't go together, right? And so, and the helmet, right, the mask. So I don't know. Maybe obviously maybe I'm just going a little too far with it, but bottom line is that if they make him look badass, maybe I'm in. But right
Yeah.
now, I just, man, this is odd to me. It's just very odd. But
Yeah,
I didn't know
even
that original
then,
figure.
yeah, even then, I mean, he was kind of a bizarre color scheme. Like he was,
Yeah,
even for the
obviously.
time, because I think he was 90 or 91, somewhere along in there. So even for then, like the choices with him with the
Yeah.
colors were just kind of like, but that is also what made a lot of people like him and that and his mask and that badass gun that he had. So
Yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah, yeah.
here's the firefighter. This the back side of the firefighter, and I just grabbed this one. I like the reflective. I hope this is actually a reflective surface. It
I
looks like
hope
it.
so. That'd be great. That'd just be a nice touch, right? For that, if you're gonna do that type of figure, that'd be a great touch to have on it, right?
I'm afraid that it's just going to wind up being the silver metallic paint.
You're probably right.
But wouldn't it
But
be
if it,
awesome if they could do that reflective
oh wow, I
safety
mean,
stuff?
yeah, super bonus. I mean, charge $5 extra for it. Whatever. Who cares? Right? Like, um, I do like these, man. I'll tell you, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do like these anniversary figures. I do like these tribute figures to your sniper, to your airborne, to your your infantry, whatever it is, right? Your naval, your seals, whatever. Like I like these tribute figures. I know that a lot of people are not crazy about them because they're not actual GI Joe figures, but I do like them because I like this line. I like the 6 inch line, and I like the accessories. I like the stuff they come with, and I think they've done a good job with those. And so I do enjoy those. I really do.
So I still don't have the Halo jumper or the sniper yet, but from everything I've heard, everybody loves them. No, never mind straight up airborne repaint, or we just got a female sniper. Just the
Right.
figures, they're good. They're good figures. I don't have them yet. I'll get them eventually. I'm holding out for Target putting them on clearance 2 weeks after they get them in.
And
Target
for what?
has them. They're
Yeah.
just not on the website
Well,
yet,
for
but
and
they've had them.
for what I did today, with the pictures and stuff for what we're gonna do later, I had them, looking at them in hand again, just going through my figures and stuff, and it's like, man, these are some cool figures. Like these are cool.
Hmm.
Like
Um,
I do like them. So I hope this one turns out great. I would love
yeah,
for it to have that reflective, uh,
yeah.
uh ability.
I'm looking forward to this dude. And Mr. Madgus says I love these figures only as a standalone line and not with my Joes. So
Sure.
what's funny is like this is the least Joe-ish figure that we've seen so far out of the anniversary or this legacy that it's going to go into. Um, I actually see this dude fitting in more with my Joes than any of the four that they've released so far for some weird reason. I don't know why. Maybe this dude can hang out with Blowtorch and Barbecue,
Right.
but and I see War Chest. I dig the 60th figs hard.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the two that I've got, I do not. I don't like either one of them. I don't like the diver and I don't like the infantry dude.
You know,
they really were disappointing to me.
the diver not as much. I mean, I have it not as much. The infantry, I'm good. I'm okay with. But I don't have either of the new ones, and I know that they're obviously. I think you can go get them right now. I'm still
Yeah.
waiting on
Oh yeah.
that. But still waiting on Hasbro to inform me. But
Right.
I'm thankful for.
And War Chest. Wait. Oh, there it is. Pursuit of Cobra. So it was just talking about Blowtorch. If you collected Pursuit of Cobra, is that the design of Blowtorch from Pursuit of Cobra? Because I
And some of
think that
those
it
I
is.
do like. Some of those designs I do like. I'd like to see some of them.
They was some really good designs in that
Yeah.
line. I'm kind of sad I didn't collect it. Like I was only even vaguely aware that line existed when it was out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I was ignorant, right, at the time. And if I did occasionally walk through a Target or walk through a Walmart or whatever, whomever had them, I'd be like, "Oh, these are cool," but I was not, I wasn't
Wasn't
buying
my
toy. I mean,
GI
I just
Joe.
wasn't, and I just wasn't buying them. I mean, I just
It
wasn't
was the
interested, right? I had a lot of other shit going on, and it just
yeah,
was not what I was into. So,
and it was the
at
same
the time,
thing as when I first saw Classified. Like it's
yeah,
cool, but it's
that's
not
cool,
GI
man.
Joe that I remember.
I'm with you.
Glad it's
Yep,
still
I
going
get
on,
it.
but it's not what I
Right.
think of.
Now, had I
So,
got
but
into those, I may have gone all in. But
yeah,
again, for me, up until just about a little over 4 years ago, I was not really buying any toys per se. I'd some collectibles. I've got some Fallout figures back here on my shelf and some, a couple little things here and there. I pop, whatever figure, the damn Funkos. But like, I wasn't actually going in like I have been the last few years.
right.
But yeah, I can see the diver for shipwreck and throwing shipwreck's head on the diver.
Yeah,
That's a great
V2
swap,
shipwreck.
absolutely. And then Derek Holloman, I have one of each of the sniper and jumper. I like the first two better. So you actually like the first two better than the last two we've gotten, and I don't have either of the last two. I do like the first two, but I really want to, look. I'm not gonna bring it up here. I have certain things with the Marine sniper. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna bring it up here. But nonetheless, I do want to get it, and I do want the airborne figure. I'm not gonna throw it up in the air because the parachute. I mean, if it really acted as a parachute and the figure slowly came down, but it's like having them old army men, you throw up in the air, they come down in 3 seconds, and you're like, oh, that was fun. It just doesn't work, right? But if it actually truly worked the way it would technically be intended, I would love that, man. That would be awesome to have a parachute trooper floating down slowly. But the weight problem is just,
I think people
hard
aren't
to go.
just. I think people just aren't trying it from a high enough
You
height.
you could be correct, but it's also the same premise as when I used to think I could jump off my roof with an umbrella. Does that
I
make
mean,
sense?
technically you can.
Oh no, no, technically I can, but does that make sense though? Right? I thought,
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah,
if I get a little higher up and I jump off with the umbrella, it's going to slow me down. But I think the
yeah.
weight factor is the issue there. Ultimately, at the end of the day, um, but yeah, what's Triple C got to say here?
I think they'll do paramedic or medics in the 60th line. Well, it's the legacy line is what it's going to be, starting with the firefighter.
Right,
Yeah, I think eventually. I
police
think I saw
officer.
somebody up above said they hope they make a police officer. I think
Yeah,
we're going to get that. I think we're going to
yeah.
get
Why not?
a cop, and we're gonna get paramedics. And paramedics will be cool. Like that would be something awesome. Background characters, or whatever,
Yeah.
or have a team of emergency responders. Like you got an extra vamp or
Look,
stinger or
I'm
something.
gonna tell you something, man. Here's the trick, right? Because that's what kids had before we were born. The heroes were
Yeah,
firefighters and policemen and paramedics and emergency responders and whatever, right? Those were your heroes, your army men, your military people. So like I love it. I'm like, do them all. Fuck it. Do
yeah.
them all, man. Do EMTs, man. Do police officers, do Coast Guard, do whatever. Do them all. I'm all about that. They're not GI Joes, but they're the 6-inch line. They're classified.
Adventure
Do
team, adventure
Yes, yes,
series.
yes. Do with them what you will. Now they're not going to make submarines and they're not going to make all this other shit, but like do with them what you will. I think it's great, and I appreciate. I like them doing that,
Yeah,
and also at the same time paying tribute to people that give up years of their lives and freedom to serve and do stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah, honor those people. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd really dig some of those type figures in opposable, line like what we have with classified. I think they do well. I mean, think of how many of those people there are across the country and the world that do those jobs. How many people's dads, like we talked about it somewhere else, with stuff like this. Like every dentist office I've ever been in, if there's a female dentist or a dental tech,
Yeah.
they've got the dentist Barbie in there. It's the same kind of thing, right? Your dad's a cop, you're gonna buy him that figure, or
Oh,
firefighter, whatever.
100%. Right,
Uh,
100%. Yes. Now,
uh,
meter maids and crossing guards, Todd C. I'm not sure anybody's going to be buying
uh,
those. But
Menjoza
it's
smoke
funny.
jumper would make a great figure. A smoke jumper jumping off the skid of the dragonfly
Give me a
somewhere in your
treetop flyer. Give me
uh,
a treetop
uh,
flyer. Flying illegal
uh,
things.
yeah, there you go. We already have the village people. Look at your classifieds. We've
Yeah, I was
already
gonna
got the
say all you
village.
gotta do is grab a few figures out of your classified line. You've got the village people right there. You don't need a reproduction of
They
those figures.
they may not all be good guys
Let
in
me see.
GI Joe,
Doctor
but your
Mindbender would be one of them with the
spirit,
bare chest. Spirit Iron
Wild
Knife
Bill,
would be one. Wow, Bill, you got them already, man.
you
Get
got them,
creative.
man. You can do it. You got them. Wingsuit Trooper'd be cool, but he'd be like the Halo jumper though with the parachute. Like like you're just gonna have to go. Like you're not gonna
I
take him and sail him from couch to couch.
Yes, exactly. Now I will say one thing, and Aaron's right. Torch, that's another one, right? Torch.
Yeah,
your daddy, right?
yeah,
Your
that's
so
good. Yeah.
yeah. Are we gonna get just speculation? And in the chat, I'd like to hear whether you guys think so or not too. Do you think we're gonna get Ice Cream Soldier?
Are you asking me too?
I'm asking everybody. Do you think we're
Yes.
gonna get Ice Cream Soldier?
Yes.
I do too.
Yep. I think it's gonna be one of those like, oh, and surprise kind of things. I don't think it's going to be something. If they do a reveal, it's going to be a short reveal. Like they're not going to give time for people to talk about it and bitch about it for 6 months. It's going to be,
Right.
look what we did. It's going to be, here's the
Can order him
figure.
tomorrow.
Yo, it's going to be Nemesis Immortal style, even though we've known about him for a long time. But
Yeah.
I absolutely think that they're going to do Ice Cream Soldier, and it is not a bad figure. It's a bad name,
No,
and it
it's
is
weird.
also a real name. It's a real term that they called those dudes in that did that specialty. Those flamethrower guys.
Right.
So yeah, I think we're going to get him.
Yeah. It's 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 interesting. Just the design, obviously, boy, he looks like something else. But yeah, I would assume we will. And I figured everybody, if anybody did in the chat answer that they'd probably say yes. I figured that would probably be the
Yeah.
case.
At the
But it's a curious
cost.
question because is it going to be one of those things where we run through the line quite a bit, or is it going to be one of those things they just kind of slide in there real quick, like you said? So
I
yeah,
think they're going to
I don't know.
start jumping around and mixing in some of those late wave figures. Before long, we're going to start getting a sprinkling of stuff from
Right.
92, 93, and whatever. Like there
I'd
were actually some really good figures in those last couple years.
Yeah,
Most of them were
no.
trash, but there were some good ones.
Hey, you pick out a couple here or there. War chest, yeah, man. I would love a refrigerator Perry figure, but I don't even know of his family. I mean, there's so much involved there. It's like Pat Tillman, right? And
Yeah,
that I had brought that up, a few months ago on one of Punk streams. Is that talking about, tribute to heroes, like actual real heroes. And I'm like, what about a Pat Tillman classified figure? I think that would
yeah,
be wonderful. That would be
yeah.
amazing.
How much you can do much better than
Come
a
on,
Pat
man.
Tillman
But
figure.
his family's very protective of the rights to the name and the image and likeness and stuff. So I get it, But Refrigerator Perry, dude, I got him. I got that mail away. I had all them mail aways, I
Yeah, oh yeah.
mean, Slaughter, whatever, right? The one I didn't have the Steel Brigade or the
Create a
oh hell,
Cobra.
yeah, maybe. Actually, maybe I did have him, but
I did not
nonetheless,
have either of those. Yeah, and I don't think you had Super Trooper. I had
no, I did.
him.
That's who it was. I didn't have Super Trooper. Actually, man, you know what? God, it's hard to remember because every time I see that silver,
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I had a son of a bitch that was super silver, and I know it's like, how could you not remember? But I mean, when you're 9,
Yeah,
At 10
right.
years old, it's like, I don't know, maybe. I remember a lot of guys. I don't remember them all. But
Yeah.
Refrigerator Perry with that jersey number,
Oh yeah,
72,
man.
72, I think.
Um,
Yeah,
Todd,
absolutely.
he is alive. He is in a conservatorship,
Yes.
where his family manages all of his affairs, and I don't guess he's in good health. So yeah, I thought he was dead too till I looked it up because I heard that also like you.
Right.
I heard that about him. I'm like, didn't he die? And that's what it was because you keep hearing the family has the rights to the likeness,
Yeah.
but that's wise because it's a conservatorship.
And if I was the family at this point, I'd probably try to bring in as much, money as I could.
You would think.
Right. You know,
You would think.
yeah, as much as I could, for sure. Especially at that point, right? Because I mean,
Yeah.
NFL players in 1985, 86 were not getting paid what NFL players are getting paid today. That is the truth.
You
So,
know they're still getting some Super Bowl shuffle money though.
I mean, yeah, but how many of those records are being sold? How many of those streams are streaming? Right? If you're a Chicago Bears fan, you're probably in the dumps right
Yeah.
now. So.
Is anybody in Chicago and is it on
Oh shit.
jukeboxes there?
Yeah, I'm curious. Hey, can you give me maybe a minute and a half,
Yep.
real quick, and I will be right back. I promise.
All
Minute and a
right.
half.
We'll be here. So Crimson Cobra Commander, sub team that'd be cool for Joe's A team. Yeah, I mean it'd be great. It's not something that would ever like materialize under the GI Joe banner. I don't think because it was never associated with GI Joe other than we all played with them together and played mixed them together as kids. But I would be all in for an A team line classified style. I don't care who made it as long as it was at least as good as classifieds. That would be something. Somebody like honestly Valaverse could, if they could get that license, that would be, they could do that license justice. Fresh Monkey Fiction, any of those type guys. I don't see Hasbro spending the money to get the rights to that to do it, but I myself would love it, especially because I've got the Rev van coming whenever it gets here. So I would definitely dig some 18 figures, man. Absolutely love them. Yeah, good name to have, is good way to have his name live on as well. It's done wonders for Slaughter. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's probably as many or more people that see Sergeant Slaughter just more as the face of GI Joe than they ever even knew of him wrestling. They know that's where he got the start and where he come up in GI Joe, but even Sergeant Slaughter for people our age, like I'm 47. Sergeant Slaughter, by the time I was heavy, big into WWF. Me and Pop Blender both were. Slaughter wasn't really wrestling a ton by then. He still was. He was still in it, but there were much bigger
Yeah,
names that got much bigger
I mean,
press.
he was doing the. I mean, he had hooked up with Hulk Hogan, right?
Hmm.
Um, Taking on the Iron Sheik and stuff like that. I mean, I definitely remember, having his the rubber figures, right? Those ones that had the
Yeah.
poses, and I used to play with my friend Troy and had the ring and all that stuff. And so, he was, well, still pretty big deal, I guess. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe late '80s. He maybe I'd have to go back. I don't want to
Yeah.
misspeak because it's
I
like,
mean,
man,
he turned heel. That's what Punk's always talking about. He
right,
turned heel and turned
right.
his back on, and that was during the Gulf War. So
And
that
that's
was in,
stuff that
90.
that's the wrestling. I mean, that's the wrestling thing, right? I mean, it just
Right.
is what it is. They do it to everybody. Hulk Hogan turned heel, right?
Yeah.
They do it to all of them at some
Oh,
point in
yeah.
time.
So, yeah, it's what I'm saying, Mr. Magnus. His name got bigger than life from being a Joe. War Chest, we were talking about in Chicago. Next time you're in Chicago, go in some dive type restaurants that might have a jukebox still and see if Super Bowl Shuffle is on any of them. That's what we were wondering if
Hey,
it
I'm gonna tell
still
you, man.
played.
My sister was in love with Jim McMahon. And
he was the man for about 2 years.
had posters and stuff, and then we had that record. I still have the 45
I
of
remember
that
we
song.
used to listen
Yep,
to that thing at your house all the time.
I still have it.
Yep.
So,
Super Bowl shuffle.
and on the opposite side, you flip it over, it's instrumental, and you can
Oh
rap the
yeah.
rap yourself. That was
Do
the
it
great thing
yourself.
about records, back then,
Yeah.
45s, is that you had your main single, you flip it over, and it was instrumental, and you could sing it yourself, right? That's a great thing, actually. I love that.
We used to wasn't instrumental, but that just made me think about how we used to me and you and said friend of yours, ours, but yours that you grew up with, Troy, uh, how we used to take turns rapping the different verses to "You Be Illin" from Run
Oh,
DMC.
yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, for
Man, that
real.
was the jam. Y'all always
Fat
gave me
Boys.
the crappy one from the party where their party verse. I always had to do that one. It's the worst verse. Yeah. A Team, Knight Rider, Dukes is one line. That is when I would for real start cherry picking Joe's. If they ever did something like that with them those old awesome TV shows from the 70s and 80s we grew up watching into a toy
Yeah.
line, classified style, yeah, I would definitely be all in for that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Absolutely not. Would I ever want someone to play him as a younger person, Sergeant Slaughter? Not unless it was a biopic.
Yeah, I was
That's the
gonna
only
say,
way.
unless you're talking about a movie or a
Yeah,
biopic or something like that, I
yeah,
don't know how you'd really do that. You know?
yeah. Something like that. So, um, I think he's hung up. I think he's hung up his drum machine, Todd. See, I've talked to him about it because I do want to do one.
Boo.
I actually wrote about half of one and I put it down, and I need to get back to work on it. But yeah, I would love to get a bunch of toy tubers and just get everybody to do a verse and then just find some generic track and lay down under it.
My name is Crow, and I'm here to say I customize Joe's almost every day. Oh my god.
We'd have to put that. We'd have to put that fucking explicit lyric warning on it for him though. For War
For real,
Chest.
War Chest, man. One of
Uh,
my favorite scenes in a movie is an airplane. Do you speak jive?
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't speak jive. Yeah, there you go, Todd. The toy tube shuffle. That man, that'd be great. Giving me ideas on
That
that for
actually,
a
you know what?
weekend.
That would be pretty funny to get a bunch of people together to each do a verse or two, and then
Yeah.
it cuts to the next person, and you line it up or something with the song. That'd be actually pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Even if it was just audio, because I think there's a lot of people that would do it if it was
Fidelio
only
to the wall.
audio, and not
Yes.
yeah, and just no video. I don't know, might have to reach out. I've already got one project going on that's
Speaking of
fucking
which, I want to ask
stalled.
you about that. Where are we with Techno Viper? Where is he?
All right. I was gonna give an update tonight anyway, because I
Okay.
just
Okay.
I just got it today. So he stalled out and I knew where he was at, but um it's kind of gone a little bit dark, and I was under the impression that he was sent to the next destination like the beginning of last week.
Okay.
And I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? The next person has not let me know that he's arrived. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, because I told him, like, hey, he's getting ready to be on the way. And they're like, cool, I can't wait. I said, and let me know when he gets there. I hadn't heard anything. So I sent a message literally just last night. And I said, hey man, did he ever make it? And like, no, brother, I hadn't heard anything. He's not here. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, it's been like 2 weeks, over 2 weeks,
Oh wow.
and since any movement. And this is what I was afraid of. So I sent a message to the person that's had him, and last night, and I didn't hear anything back. And they usually respond to me pretty quick.
Okay.
Uh, but I did get a message today, and they've had some serious personal stuff going on, like you abandon anything else you're doing to take care of this kind of stuff,
All right.
real serious stuff, and let me know that that was going on and sent me a tracking number. So he is on the way to the next spot today. So I was hoping he would be somewhere for Thanksgiving. I really wanted him to be somewhere for Thanksgiving so somebody could,
Yeah. Take
do at
pictures.
least,
And,
one Thanksgiving picture with him with a little plate or something.
right.
Uh, but I did get a response back today, and he is on the way to the next spot.
All
And
right.
after he leaves where he's at this time, I think I got to double check, but I think when he leaves where he's headed to now, he will be returning to the south. So that's
All right.
all I'm gonna say about that. But
All right.
he is in transit. I've got one person that hasn't sent me any pictures yet, so everybody else has pretty much been really good about it. I've got some
Awesome.
really kick ass pictures. So
Yeah, I
uh,
was curious because I was yeah, I hadn't really heard anything, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to need to
yeah,
ask you to see what's going on. Me and
there's been
Matthew were
like
talking about it last night, actually.
there's been a couple people that I've notified that hey, he's on his way to you. And he
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about that. Sweet. Because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
started it in July. No, July was when
Yeah.
he started. So
Yeah. And it's gonna take
uh
a while, right?
yeah, I was super optimistic saying I wanted him back by Christmas because that ain't wasn't ever gonna happen.
Yeah. It's
There
you'd
are
like to think that might happen, but the
it's
reality of it.
like it's to the point that I'm thinking about starting another one and going in another direction. Um, because if I wait to get him back to do one for next year, like it's just there's going to be so much overlap with it.
Right.
Um, so
Right.
I may do that. I don't know. It's something I'll look at. It is going. It's going funny. It's going well. It's just going slow. So
And Bobby Wold here is stopping in.
what's
Good to
up,
see you,
Bob?
Bobby. Said how many states did he travel, or has he traveled to yet? Do you know how many states it's actually been?
Mm, he actually hasn't. He actually hasn't been to a lot because there's a cluster of people that wanted to be involved that are kind of in a general
Okay.
vicinity.
Yeah.
Um, Off the top of my head, he has been to four, five, I think 5 states, and he has already been out of the country once.
Awesome.
So I know it's kind of dumb to keep it all secretive, but I just think it's, and I know like it parts of it are going to leak out here and there on like under super lock and key. I just think the less about the path and the participants are known, the better it will be at the
Yeah,
end when
the
I get to do
reveal and
the
everything when you
final
kind of do it
video.
all. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
Yeah, great.
because I'm gonna start working on the video on the initial parts of it because of course I can save it as I go
Right.
as long as I keep all the files in one spot. I'm going to start working on the video and go ahead and start getting some of it put together. When I'm off for vacation next month, I'm going to go ahead and get started on it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people that are coming up, it'll go relatively quick with them. So I know there is going to be one bit of lag toward the very end it's going to take some time to get that completed, but it is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
thinking probably realistically, probably April. So
Wow.
I'll keep
Holy
everybody
moly.
updated. Well, I asked people like keep him up to 10 days. That gives you somewhere in there you got a weekend. Like most people somewhere in 10 days, you're going to have a couple of days off, whatever job you do. You're going to have a
Right.
couple of days off somewhere in there where you can go do it. And I don't care if you just go out in the backyard or you take pictures of him with your other figures. You know, bring him in here and set him up next to just some other stuff. It doesn't matter. It's not a contest. But some people have had him a little bit longer, and
Sure. That's going to
you
happen.
know,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I expected that. So, um, I know one person that's had him. There was something coming up that was like a date somewhere that they really wanted to take him to, and they
Okay.
had to keep him a little longer, and
Yeah.
asked if that was cool. I said yeah, because they told me what they were doing. I said yeah, that's awesome, go ahead. So stuff like that, you know, if somebody is a special event that's coming up that you really want to do,
Right.
that's cool. So that's the update. He is moving, but I'm hoping by like April, and then we'll do it as a premiere whenever I get it done. So
Well, I was just curious. I saw Dreadnought K6 slipped in here.
what's up,
Turk Murphy's
Dreadnought?
Toy Solution slipped in here too.
Yep.
I was just curious about it.
Yep.
You know, just didn't know and hadn't really heard anything. But yeah, stuff like that takes a while. Not everybody's going to be able to adhere to that 10
Oh
days
no.
and this and that and everything. So, you know, not everybody's going to be able to send it right back out, right? You know,
Yeah, I
so
mean, I wasn't.
so yeah.
That was hopeful. That was just, you know, I knew that's like, and what honestly, what could I do anyway? You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah,
send
no,
a bunch of
exactly.
messages. So
Once you send it out, it's out there in the
yeah,
wild. You just
yeah,
got to trust it's going to make its way
and
around. So,
yeah, and yeah, and
um,
that's why it's going to people that it's, you
yeah.
know, it's going to. And yes, Crimson Cobra Commander, it's traveling around and to different creators and people, and do some funny pictures or whatever kind of pictures you want, as
Yep.
long as they're like some that War Chest might do, but nothing like that. But, you know, nothing you got to sanitize it. So
Right. And Clint Jorgensen, yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you. You know, hey man, you can put your Christmas list out there. It's just a matter of whether everybody's going to do anything with it, right? I'd
yeah,
love to put mine out there.
I
I
saw
just don't
Punk
think anybody's going to do anything with it.
bought some rulers from the other night. If anybody heard any of that on his stream,
Oh Lord.
he went and bought a bunch of rulers today and put a
Oh my
picture on
God.
Instagram. That shit was funny. I halfway expect people to get rulers from him for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe instead of stickers, right?
Yeah, get
Get some
rulers
rulers.
or a
Yeah.
ruler with a sticker on it.
So this gas powered jaws of life right here, right? Gas powered jaws of life mask.
No, it's
Um,
rippers.
yeah. Yep. Mask.
So these are obviously the
Yes.
firefighters accessories. This
Uh-huh.
is a good loadout. I love everything this guy comes with, man.
Yeah, that's
Um,
great.
and it is a separate. Like I said, we've seen blowtorches, other stuff. It's a separate mask. We thought it would be the same
Right.
mask. It's the same, or it's a different mask than blowtorch. So new tooling. But I love that. I love these sledgehammers, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yep.
I'm there for the sledgehammers and the
Crowbar.
the whatever with
It
rescue
looks like a
tool.
crowbar anyway.
Yeah,
Could be.
it's like a rescue pry tool that
Okay.
firefighters use. It's the thing that Michael Myers killed everybody with in Halloween Ends at the beginning. Halloween Kills
Right.
at the beginning.
Right.
Um, so that he went after all the firefighters with. So, but I think this is a great loadout for this guy. I love these
Yeah.
axes,
Yeah.
and they're different than barbecues. It's not this. They're not the same axes.
Okay.
I don't think they don't look like it. Maybe been a minute since I've looked at them.
I mean, look, I can't imagine them doing a different mold, but if it is, great on them. Just from a, you know, monetary standpoint, I mean, I don't know how expensive it is to do a mold like this for an axe, but it would make sense if they did just do the same, maybe get a different paint scheme or something like that. But
yeah, I don't know, I have to grab it and look. I thought it was a different one, but you're probably right. So some reuse where they can.
yeah, sure.
And
Why not?
and rippers Rippers, those Jaws of Life look really cool in the different colors. So
Yeah.
I hope that's actually the final on it. Um, Looks good. So and then we got Footloose minus his Pedro Pascal head. There's a paint on Footloose.
Yeah, been wanting him for a while. I've also been wanting some hit and run, honestly.
Yeah,
Love some hit and run, but I'll take a Footloose. Love the Azuka.
yeah.
Um,
Give him the shark teeth on it.
I'm all about it, man. I love this guy. I'm still not crazy about the knee.
Yeah, it looks
You
weird.
know, it just stands out just so much, and I think that maybe the knee pads and continue the camo down to the actual kneecap and up from the bottom as well, and then just maybe give the kneecap a different color. Just not crazy about that. It's such a, you know, different pattern, if even, just color. And so yeah, that's something for me. I'm not, too
I think
crazy about.
I would have rathered them continue the camo on the pants and then do the knee pads in that color and
That
make the
yeah,
band go around. You
exactly.
know,
Yeah,
um,
I'm with you.
it
I'm with
just
you.
it's looks, even though it color matches up here with the
Yeah, but
pouches,
even then,
it's just
right?
so out of place.
Yeah, it's way too much. Way too much. And um yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess in one of those things sometimes you see it in hand, but I don't know that it's
Yeah,
gonna change my mind. And I agree with Menjoza, great accessories here.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you. And of course the helmet has to be the helmet, right? Like it has to
yeah.
be the helmet, that helmet. It has to have the leaves, it has to have that type of deal on it.
Yeah, I think it's all going to turn out pretty well. He's a good looking figure, just kind of your basic. He's kind of like another version of Grunt. He's just kind of
Yeah.
a basic dude, infantry dude. He was the new Grunt
But
infantry.
very much well liked. A lot of people had him, right? And so,
Oh yeah, shit,
so
everybody had
yeah,
that dude.
I'm, I'm all about it. I mean, that's one of those ones. I want to see that name on the box.
Yeah, that's one of the that's kind of one of the early Joe must haves is getting your foot loose. I got a friend of mine, and he's like her favorite Joe, like her and another one that we're getting ready to talk about right here. Those are her two favorite characters. Just about is Footloose and Frag Viper. So she's getting
Yeah,
a double nostalgia whammy when this wave hits.
yeah,
And talking about Footloose, how many times have I said that this year? Like it looks so much better in person than
right,
even the actual product
right.
pictures that they when they do the reveal video and all that. So
Yes. Yep.
um, this one, like I'm not super excited for this guy. I had him. I've got the original. I mean, but
I'll
I
have to
don't
see
just
the head on. I need to see the
yeah.
accessories connected. I need to see what this looks like uh when it's all put together, right? Um
Yeah, and there may be another picture of him out there with everything together. I think there's another one that's come out since this one, but I mean, he's just so. I never liked him that much when I was a kid either. So, but they're making these figures to where the ones I didn't like as a kid are some of the best figures, and that's going to reflect when I think my top 10 list for this year is done.
yeah. Um Real quick, I wanted to highlight also, yeah, Joe fan said he's taking off, got to run, big day tomorrow, got to get the kid to sleep.
Yeah,
Uh
man.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Watch the
everyone. Hope it's a good one. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, friend. Really
watch
appreciate
the
you.
replay, Joe fan. How you get a chance because we got some funny stuff at the end. So I appreciate you tuning in, man. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. And I know what it's like to have to get them kids to bed, especially It seems like they stay up later and later these days than ever before. So
The brief time that I had to assist with that, yes, it's like it's impossible.
yeah. Oh, I
Dr-
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. So Dreadnought Frag Viper is going to be 8 or 10
Eight.
troops for me.
Woo wee.
So you're a
I'm
big
just
big
not
Frag Viper fan, huh?
I'm not crazy about these colors, but I mean it would have, for me in the past, probably wouldn't have done it for me as well. But again, maybe, I need to see it all put together. I need to see
Yeah,
this whole thing, this ensemble right here, all together. And then that, may very well do it for me, or it may very well just reinforce why I'm not crazy about it, right?
yeah. War
So,
Chest, I agree. Cool character idea. What a shit uniform. I love the concept of a Frag Viper, but damn shit
yeah.
colors, and really, it is. I hope that it's toned down a little bit. I hope it's a little
Yes.
more muted and flows together. Like do all of it in kind of the burnt orange color. Keep the blue, break it up. I don't know about what the rope is. That a sash or a rope? It looks like Alpine's rope. Can't tell.
Yeah. Just blue.
Maybe it
Okay.
is more of a sash. I
I
don't
think it
know. Look,
is. I actually think it is more of a sash. I don't think that's a rope at all. And it doesn't
he's
have
just
to
gonna
include.
sashay onto the battlefield
Yeah,
with
he
this
is.
sash.
Hey
So,
guys.
hey
Gonna fight it
y'all,
out tonight.
go throw some grenades at y'all. Y'all better duck down there.
Let's go frag vipers. Anyway, so look. It isn't rope. Dreadnought K6 says it's rope. It just looks blue. It literally looks like a sash. But if it has
Yeah,
that definition, it's hard to tell in this picture too.
yeah. The
It's not a high
picture's
def
not
picture,
great.
right? It's a little
Yeah,
blurry to have those like those rope that look obviously the definition of it. Because when they do that, they definitely do that, right? Within
yeah.
yeah,
I'm trying
definitely
to look
within.
at Alpine. I got him hanging over here on the off the shelf, so rappelling down on from my shelf.
Yeah,
So
he is.
everybody wrote Miss Universe sash. I don't know. Daredevil.
Miss Portugal.
Yeah. Daredevil.
Wherever
Dave
frag
says,
vipers
"How do you
from.
know?
Parts
How do you
unknown.
know the end is going to be funny?" Well, I'm hoping. I think it will be. It's
Yeah, hopefully
stupid, but it's
so.
going to be funny.
Yeah, right. Whatever. It's goofy. It doesn't matter. Um,
Uh, yes, same there. Less around the waist, heavier into the orange range of burnt orange. Yep.
it is a color we haven't really gotten, I guess, right? So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, let's see what it looks like. This definitely is not a great light picture either. The lighting is not
No.
good. So you're not getting a true representation of the colors. So yeah, it could be one of those ones in hand looks really good. And for those that really like this figure anyway, they're all in regardless, right? So,
Yeah. I mean,
but
he's
for
a troop
me,
builder.
may take a little convincing. We'll see. Again, it's not one of those figures by the time that this guy came around for me back in the day. I was already kind of on the outs. So it's going to take, for figures like that, it is going to take maybe a lot for me to pull me in to make me want some of those figures that I have zero connection with.
Right. He comes with got the little peg there with the grenade throwing accessory there. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Maybe they'll wow me with him. As of right now, I'm buying two of all of the Cobra troops. So
Yeah, yeah.
if that continues, I hope I like him because they've got me for $50 right now, whether I
And
really like him or
and
not.
we're
So
not really sure, I guess, that like from a paint perspective that this is the final paint, like the
I
final
don't think,
final,
yeah,
like that's like the grenade, that thing right there, like right or whatever that is. I don't know. Looks like an alien jumping out with the red dot. Which you were talking about earlier up at the top of
oh
that
yeah,
top right. I mean that may very well not be the final. The final paint on that. I mean, I
yeah.
don't
That seems
know.
like
Like
that
it
should
just
be
it looks
clear.
weird. It's like what is that? It looks like an alien jumping out of a or something like that. So I'm not sure what they're doing there. I'd like to, when the final version comes, it may look different. It may have a different paint on it. I don't know.
I, I think this will be like was it Quick Kick that came with the ninja stars in motion with
Yeah,
the
the
blue.
blue.
I
Yeah,
think
kind of
that'll
blue.
yeah
And
be
that
like
makes more
this but
sense, right?
clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of
Uh,
what I'm
yeah.
expecting. So there's a Frag Viper. We'll see. We'll see how he comes out. We'll probably be getting pre-orders for this guy first the next year sometime. Probably February, March. Probably they'll come up. We'll
Yeah,
see.
he'll get shipped like March of 2027.
Yeah. So I still don't think they're gonna hold to that. So we talked about this dude a little while. I've only got the one picture of him in here. So this is what I was
Man.
talking about. I
Yeah.
do like
Yeah.
this right here is what's
Yes,
going to make me buy this
absolutely.
guy.
Yes,
And is
absolutely.
this the same dude or is this somebody else with some nasty ass
Man,
hands?
I can't tell, but I mean these are people. Look, these are people working hard for their pennies with their hands every day, getting 13 cents a day to make this plastic. Um, these are hard workers, man. I can't, I don't know. I just don't anymore. I can't even after seeing the first set of hands or the first hand. I don't trust any hands anymore now. I've been
Yeah.
ruined.
At least this guy's a little more hydrated, it looks like. So
Yeah, it looks like he's packing some back on there too. Dude got a big booty. Yeah, heavy duty with the big booty. He's jacked though, that's for sure. Those are some big
yeah, he
ass
is.
arms on this dude. So
Well,
for
look at
those
all
of
this
you,
shit he's got to carry. He's got to
yeah, he
be.
does. You got to be able to. But the hat, I dig the hat. I'm cool with it. The color's fine. It matches the camo pattern. That what's it called? That type of camo pattern, like the
Digital.
shockwave. Yeah, digital. So, yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I'm not crazy about all the other stuff because it just reminds me of when they tried to go with every character has a missile launcher on their
Yeah.
back, and it's just like
Yep.
that's goofy shit. I get it. Again, toys at that time, but it's not what I want now.
No.
But
No.
this was something. The character, it was a feature. It was, so I get it. And Menjoza with the quad, this is a quad launcher. Sell it.
Yep.
So he's all
That
about them, right?
that picture that I talked about of him, using just this launcher
Uh huh.
separately, that probably sold as many of this figure as everybody that was looking forward to
I
getting
could see a lot
heavy
of people
duty.
taking them off, putting them in both hands, right? Just
Oh,
like, whoosh,
that's probably what
yeah, sure,
I would do.
like it.
The figure looks fantastic
He
though.
looks
Like
great. I agree
looks
with you.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm like you. I don't care at all for the giant, oversized,
Yeah,
whatever the hell. So,
yeah.
let's see. Helps if I click on the right screen. So then we got this
There
one.
we go.
Everybody been waiting on this one right here.
It's my applause right here. Give it to me. Love it, love it, love it. Want it, want it, want it.
So he, everything about him, I like everything I am seeing about Law and Order.
Give
I
me that
love
German Shepherd.
the damn radio, how it's
Yes.
sculpted where it's
Got your
maybe
badge up there.
maybe that'll be removable. Maybe it's sculpted in, looks sculpted in
Looks
there. So
sculpted in.
looks good, whatever. So it's got looks like it's gonna have his MP on the helmet.
Yes.
This is what I love right here is the damn mask, the
Mm-hmm.
goggles for
Yeah.
Order.
Yeah, man.
Um different different collar than Junkyard. The vest I think was determined that it's the same. But the collar's definitely different. Law looks fantastic. Of course, it always scares me when we see these because we can't see the head
Right.
on these guys when they do this. But for this to turn out badly, he's gonna really have to have a butter face.
He gonna have to be ugly as hell.
He gonna he gonna
Just
have to have a
ugly
butter
as
face.
hell. Now, the one thing with the handcuff, if the handcuffs actually work, then we're really talking business, right?
Nah, they'll be the same ones that come with Chuckles.
And see, I hate that because what's the point then? I get
Well,
it. You can dangle them off the fucking waist. Yeah, whatever. But
now
like,
you take the hand off at the wrist.
Oh shit, that's
Pop
right.
the hand back on.
Yeah. See, look how stupid I am. Yeah. Yeah. See, there you go. Make fun of me, everybody, please.
But I mean, it would be awesome if they were.
But
I
like
mean, how
just that
durable.
little, you know what I'm saying though? Just like that little, because just having like just the little latch. I mean, it wouldn't be. Oh no. Yeah, no, yeah, right.
Find a
Dreadnought
use
K6,
for it.
take the hand off, dummy. I'm like, I forgot these fuckers' hands comes off. All right. Um, Even though I'm doing pictures earlier today, I had to pull hands off. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, their hands come off. Shows you how much I've messed with my figures, all hundred
Right.
and whatever of them. Um, so yeah, like I don't know. I just think that would be kind of fun. Plastic. You've seen it with other shit, but I mean, other than that, who gives a fuck, right? Like
Yeah.
it's still the bottom line is the dog looks great, the figure
Yeah.
looks great. Keep him
They're
like he
killing
look.
it so far with this dude.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Give me the nightstick.
Got his
Right.
MP armband to put
Got
on
the
him.
armband, right?
And oh look,
The
they gave him the Iron
SMG, yeah,
Grenadier's Uzi.
yep. And a little green paint app on there. I'm good with that too.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
So then I got another one of a
Whoa.
couple of order here. Yeah, it
All
was a
right.
little bitty
Oh, and I
tiny
love
print.
it because he's in front of it's like that sign right there behind him is like
Yeah.
Japanese Taiwan massage parlor. I'll come and get you some. Law and
Oh,
order. Have you some
sure.
doggy for dinner and
Yeah.
then.
Happy ending. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't help
That makes me think of
it.
you probably don't know this one. It's the Sir Mix-a-Lot song "Swap Meet Louie."
Oh, I don't know. Oh
Goes to the
boy.
swap meet and they get in a fight over
Swap
a
meet.
knockoff Louis Vuitton. But there's a pretty funny intro at the beginning of that. That's what that made me think of. So there's a picture of Order from the side. He looks
Yeah.
good. He don't look as good as Junkyard, but that's because Rottweilers are better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I knew he
But
was going to say that.
yeah. But we'll see. The pictures are a little blurry, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they
they're
are a
not good
little,
pictures.
they're not good pictures, so we're not getting that definition. But it's my favorite dog for sure. So
Yeah.
I will
The good boy
definitely love to
face
have
is
this one.
great.
Yeah, ears up. Come on.
Yeah, got that big old German Shepherd paddle tongue hanging out. So
Yes.
he's he looks really good. And I
Like,
love that with these guys they're doing the good boy face and then the angry face with the animals. Like they're killing
yeah.
it with the
Yeah,
pets.
absolutely. And Crimson Cobra Commander, we need a big cat. Do you not remember Max, the mind controlling bobcat? Do you not remember that at all? Do you really want that kind of cat running around controlling Spearhead in the way he did?
And how
Just awful.
insane
Insidious.
he looks.
Insidious bobcat.
When he
Truly
turns
terrifying.
around, gives you the Michael Jackson cat eyes at the end when he looks back at
Hey,
you.
this is Taylor.
Oh, don't want to get copyright claimed. Here.
Oh no, yeah, shit. I better shut up. I couldn't help
Beatles will
myself
come
though.
after us.
I couldn't help myself. I saw that and I was like, "You don't remember the story of Spirit and Max?"
I knew you was going to bring that up when I saw that comment, and I would have too. I did bring up Blowtorch being a insane cannibal for old people. So
Yes.
I don't know about a giant one,
Oh
Dreadnought.
shit.
I just a little one, a little
My
smaller.
gosh.
A little
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah. I hear, man. Blue waffles, y'all. Look it up. Anyway.
Yeah. Do it on a work computer.
Do it on a work computer.
Don't do it on a work computer, y'all.
Yeah, Mr. Magus. Yeah, yet to
Really?
use any of the good boy faces on the figures yet. I'm surprised, a little surprised, but it depends on what you're looking for. Right, out of posing them and maybe taking pictures and stuff like that too. So I get that. I understand that, but they have done a good job with him. Look who just stopped.
He's been listening all along. He was just waiting for a keyword.
Do not. Do not, Matthew. Do not. Do not on a work computer. Google.
Oh man. So look at my boy Daredevil Dave. Not only does he know the song
Okay.
Woo,
Woo,
he knows
Dave.
the rest of the album too.
Damn, boy.
So it's from
Y'all.
the Mac Daddy album from 1992.
Love it, baby. And hello, Matthew Madsen.
What's up,
Good
Matthew?
to see you here. Good to see you.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Are any turkey cooking going on at your house tonight, Matthew, or any turkey thawing yet? You're behind us in time, so it might not be
Matthew
in the oven.
Matthew is not streaming tonight, but it is the day before. Matthew, are you messing with any of this right here? I know when you stream, you usually have a little bit of something, something, but uh, this is what I'm rocking today. Love it, love it. Little Four
You
Roses.
said good stuff.
Yeah, baby. Matthew usually when we stream, he's usually got a little something,
Oh yeah.
something going on. Alky Harley. Um,
Did
what am I?
anybody
What am,
order these?
I was gonna. You just took it out of my mouth, man. I was curious. Did anybody order these?
That's
I,
what
I
she said.
love it until yeah. Uh, put it back in. Um, did anybody? I love these, but I'm not gonna get them.
I would buy the figures if I could find the figures for like
Yeah,
$5 or $10 a piece.
right.
Maybe I would really like to have the figures, especially that his driver.
It's
Um,
just something for me that like I do love the idea of it. And I think I've said it before that until I saw the picture with the hand and I saw how
yeah.
big the actual hiss was, and it's
Thank
not
God
the
it wasn't that hand from earlier.
it wasn't the skeletal hand, it wasn't the crusty hand. No offense, crusty old crow. I know your hands are magnificent, model hands, but yeah, once I saw the picture with the hand and it was like a scale, I was like, oh no, 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 no. That his tank
Yeah,
is like 3 inches long. It's like
yeah. And it's a lot of it looks like everybody same thing. Not for me, too small.
yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Matthew look good. Love the Sky Striker. Figures are awesome, but just can't. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, and Aaron too. Yeah,
Yeah,
pass for him too.
pass.
Yeah, it's just if you're into the classified, if you're doing any other lines at all, right? Something you have
Yeah,
starred actually on here, I believe.
yeah,
Which I'll let you tackle that because I don't know enough about it. But
yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, cool, love GI Joe, can't really roll with this.
I,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
I am glad that they licensed it out to somebody that can do a good job on this type of set and this type of build a block thing,
Yes.
because they're going to be buying this for younger kids, and that might get not only some younger kids into GI Joe, so maybe in a few years dad can start getting them some classifieds,
Yeah. No,
uh,
I agree. I agree with you. Yep.
but to pass it on, and not
Hmm.
only just to pass it on, this is the old stuff. This is the 82, 83 stuff right here.
Yes, it is. And,
So
and and look, it is fun, but I mean, when you're, in your 40s and 50s, are you going to go for this? No. If you have kids,
yeah,
maybe, but even then it's tough because you don't have anything else to go with it. It's not like you can
right.
complete this line. You can't
I
go out and
think
complete this line, right?
I think if this sells well, I think they'll do some more. I mean, Mattel paid them for the license, so
That's true, and I will say I'd love to have Ace and the Sky Striker.
yeah,
And the his tank driver too is great, but I think Ace and the Sky Striker, I'm all about that. But the
oh
rest
yeah.
of it, I mean, and I love me some Cobra Commander, but Ace, Sky Striker, cool. The
And
rest
they
of
gave
it,
him the
I could probably do
gun.
without.
Look, he's got the
They
gun.
did, they did. I just wish they gave him some flowing blonde locks poking out of that mask or that helmet that he could blow dry with that gun. It'd be great. Like
Somebody's probably
Fabio,
done it.
fucking
Somebody's probably
Fabio or
done it.
something. Yeah, right.
Um,
Um,
my now my buddy Berserker's brush that did the claw glider for me out there on the West Coast. He did get this set. He got it for his kids for Christmas, and he of course he
that's
hadn't
cool.
opened it, but he got it. He's already got it from Hasbro, and he said it. Or no, and I'm sorry, he got his from Mattel. He got it from Mattel,
This is
and he said
something.
he think it looks great.
This is something I have to say about this too. And I've brought it up many times about kids and toys and who's buying toys, who's playing with toys, right? We know young kids play with cars, they play with trains, they play, the basics, right? Um, but the reality is like There's a lot of kids out there. What line do they go to? Like, is there a line that they go to, or is it the U2's figures or whatever? Is it
Yeah.
the Roblox stuff? Is it the Fortnite stuff? I mean, what line do kids gravitate to? It would be wonderful if this had an entire line for young kids to gravitate to, and they were expanded it and made more. I mean, again, it's all about sales, but it'd be wonderful, like for kids to get into GI Joe at this age with these types of things that aren't crazy expensive. Maybe, I mean, it'd be awesome because I don't know what kids are gravitating to now when they're buying action figures, playing with action figures. I just don't know at all. My
I tell you
son,
what.
yeah, I bought some of the Black Series Star Wars. We had the Imaginext. I don't know if you guys have
Yeah.
kids. You had the Imaginext stuff. I got a shit ton of Batman. I got 17 different Batman Imaginext figures.
Oh,
Still,
McFarlane.
but yeah, right. But yeah, I mean for kids, just finding something to get into it toy wise. If it's not for collectors, then what are they getting into? And I truly don't know. So this would be
I
awesome for
hear
young children to get into at 5 years
what
old, 6 years old.
I hear when I'm looking in the toy aisle, and there's actually kids in the toy aisle. I don't know anything about them other than I see them everywhere, and stores are carrying more of this stuff than they are GI Joe. That's for sure, and that's the Mr. Beast figures.
Yeah, man, that's a right now. It's an
They're
iffy proposition though. With
I
what's
know,
there's
but
some weird shit going on right now with
but
Mr. Beast,
but
man.
but they are
But
them
I get it.
figures are
Yeah,
selling
no, I get it. I know
big
the one
time.
figure that's not selling out of his friends. But anyway, I digress.
I want
Well,
to
yeah, the
go
starred
back to this.
comment. You had a couple of them actually.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
I'm gonna
maybe two or three.
re-highlight this one that Aaron just said. His kids only want to play with this good stuff. So wait a
Right.
minute, is Charlie flying the dragonfly around the garage?
I doubt
Come on.
that.
Yes, I know he does. He does let his kids play with
I
this
mean, that's
toy
great
stuff.
though. Like,
Uh,
well, I mean, you're also talking, somebody that customizes figures, pulls them apart, rips them apart, cuts them up. Matthew talked about that last night. I can't wait to get V2 Storm Shadow. I think we talked about it maybe after the stream, but he's like, man, I
yeah,
can't wait to cut that sumbitch up. And I'm like, I can't even think about, I could imagine cutting up my figures, but there's people that do. And they
yep,
don't
and
care.
that's
It's like, yeah, have at it. Take the figures. Have
yeah,
fun with them, right? Here's
great.
my
I
shit.
mean,
Have a good time. And that's wonderful.
not me, but I mean that's great for people that do. Like I might
Absolutely.
remove some accessories or something, but
Absolutely.
unless I buy it specifically for that, like it's not.
Yes.
If I did that, it would be because I had two of them and I want to see what it looked like without it. But
Right.
honestly, you're gonna regret it if you take that damn hood off a Storm Shadow. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I know
Uh,
who won't be taking it off.
yeah,
This son of a bitch.
this guy right here. And Crimson Cobra Commander, yes, I do think that eventually we're
I
going to
hope
see
so.
Ace. I don't know that we're going to see a Sky Striker, but I think we are going to see Ace maybe the same way we saw Copperhead, or maybe they'll package him with something else. I don't know, but I think we're going to get some version of Ace.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be nice, but if it did come with a Sky Striker, wowie. I don't even want to speculate. Not right
Man,
now.
yeah,
I don't even want to go there. I just don't.
yeah. I just bought a $350 Rattler, so I don't even want to think about a Sky Striker right
Right.
now. Don't even want to think about it. So let's talk about this just a minute.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you tackle this one. This is in your wheelhouse. I do not know much about the Monster Force. I will chime in though, at least maybe on my 2 cents. But I know this is definitely for you all about these bad boys.
Menjoza way back then said, "What do you think the price is for Monster Force season 3?" Honestly, I didn't even pay attention to the prices. I think they went up to what $2, three. I know some of them are $37.99. Honestly, didn't even look at the prices for them, but I do have BBTS pulled up, so let's look. Oh, let's see. Let me go find a wave 3. So they've gone up a dollar. So they've gone up $37.99. It looks like
Okay.
on some of the figures, and Wave 2 is still all set at $36.99, which is good because I've got some bitches pre-ordered, and they better not be raising the price on me now. So they've gone up $1, and okay, so that's the exclusive dude that's 40. Not interested in him myself. And you can actually buy the set of 6 for $227.99 for the 6 of them.
Woo!
So yeah, that's a big ask right there for me. But these damn things, they are badass. I mean, I need to bring you still haven't seen one in person, have you?
I have not. Now,
Okay.
I do like what I've seen. It's for me, it's not enough to make me get them. But it's only because really, the only line I'm really collecting is the classified line. But I do like what I've seen, and I think they're great figures. I think they look
They,
wonderful. The accessories, the
they
paint apps, I
yeah,
think everything about them, I think is fantastic, dude. And this
yeah.
one in particular, this is like if War Chest shaved that beard and just put it down to a goatee. This would be War Chest full of toys.
This is actually Mark from Gridiron. This is
Okay.
Mark Von Cannon. This is based on his face. It looks like him. And he's been on,
Yeah.
he's been on with Punk. Like this is him. It was done for him. And of course, by now in the line, Gridiron is making these weapons. So I just thought that was badass that, Commander Gridiron and he's the weapon supplier
Now,
because
is this a
he
6 inch
is.
line?
Yes.
Okay.
They
Uh,
go perfectly with Joe's.
yeah. I mean, they do. They look fantastic. And I've seen a couple of the videos you've done. And I like what I've seen. I really do. I really, actually, to be honest with you, I really like this figure.
Yeah,
I actually
they
really like this figure.
this dude looks great, and he's got the logo there
Yeah.
on him, the
Yeah.
gridiron.
Yeah.
They killed this one. This one looks good. Say
That's
what's
cool
up.
too that they did that for Gridiron for Mark. Like that's really
Yeah,
cool. I like that, man. That's awesome.
Lunchbox Killer has joined us here.
Yes, absolutely.
And let's see, there
Same
is
time toys,
Shane.
Shane. Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
Hey, hey,
Um,
hey.
So they dropped these, I think, yesterday, and we've seen some of the sketches on some of these figures before. Not all of them, but we've seen several of them. So they got this dude right here,
That's great.
uh,
Looks great.
and
I love it.
so this is obviously looks like Dr. Quest
Mm-hmm.
from Sequest,
Yeah.
and then everybody, this head is over here. Everybody's saying Dr. Venom
That
for
does
this
it
right here.
does look like Dr. Venom. I love the Dr. Toxin portrait,
Mm-hmm.
so I get it if that's what their tribute to in a way.
Look, I bet Matthew's got a boner right now with the werewolf
Oh,
head.
you already know, man. He's got he if he got called up to go to the chalkboard and solve a math problem right now, he'd be like, I can't. Teacher, I'm sorry. I can't walk right now. I don't feel
Like,
good. My knees are
yeah.
weak.
Yes, Johnny Quest. I see Quest, Johnny Quest. You're right.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know
So,
what you meant.
but this dude, all of these guys look great. So there's him. There's the group shot of all of them.
So
We'll come
that
back to
okay, so this might be something I might be open to getting into.
that. I would recommend picking up at least one, just to kind of see the differences in it and Joe's.
Right.
Just see how they move, all the stuff they come with. So we got this dude, Mr. Legacy, kind of looks like Sleepwalker a little bit, but
That's the
um,
kind of some bitches you got to watch out for right there. Fucking
Sleep.
fucking fruitcake with a vest and a weird hooded head. That's the motherfucker that'll just fuck you up and send you to another dimension.
And there's the book he can do it with right there. Open. Look, he's got an open book and a closed book. He's gonna close the book on your ass.
I do like that. I do like the cane and
Yeah,
the definition on the cane too. Like that's super cool.
it's a naked chick holding a
Oh,
glove.
dude, are you kidding? Dude, that's okay. All right. All right. I'm starting to dig this a little bit more now. Okay.
So
I mean, look,
now
I'm sorry. This is what it is. No, I do like that though.
this is this guy's going to be kind of like Dracula. He's probably going to be the little bit of money saving figure
Okay.
out of this group because of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
lesser accessories.
from what I've seen, definitely you can tell right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So this dude right here, though, I know this is the one,
That's
Matthew. You
cool.
really this is the one I will definitely for sure be ordering.
This is your
Um,
Cthulhu figure.
Yup. And what's that?
Yeah, I don't know, Hasbro. Take a fucking page out of their book.
And this is the second figure that they've got up for pre-order that comes with such a masked portrait head. But look at this
Look,
dude, man. The
yeah,
cursed spell book with the
that's
fucking
cool.
tentacle.
Yep, that's cool. Closed book,
Thing.
spell book, transformation head is awesome. That's really really cool. I mean, especially for people for photographers, man. Like that's
Uh,
that's
and
some fun stuff right
yeah,
there.
and me and Matthew both were big Cthulhu mythos, and this is
Yeah.
the ambassador of Ryleth. I mean, everything Lovecraft did's got
Well, it's
an
funny.
apostrophe in it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It is funny though because I just happened to glance up at the subtext underneath the main text at the top, and I thought it said hamburger of doom. I was
Hamburger
like, wait,
of
what the hell?
doom.
Just for a second. Just for a second. But
I
yeah,
should
no,
have
no,
ordered
no.
that
This is
today
great.
instead of that chicken sandwich. I know
And
that.
and and I like the fact, obviously, yeah, right.
The
Ooh, that
chicken
chicken
sandwich
bacon
of
ranch.
doom.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, y'all. You just. Yeah. Anyway,
Heinous was the
ticking
word
time
I
bomb.
described it with.
Ticking time bomb in your gut. Um, I do love the alternate hands though, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
With the Cthulhu, and I dig the Lovecraftian stuff. I mean, I love that shit anyway. But yeah, no, this is cool, man. I'm digging these, man. I mean, on average, what are these figures? What's
These
what
guys,
individual figures? What are they price
they're,
wise?
the ones you can get right now are $36.99.
Well,
They're
shit,
going up $1 when these hit, so these will be $37.99.
that's great.
So
That's fantastic. That's not bad at all. I
that
thought you were gonna say this is like $54.99 or some shit.
no, they're I mean they are pricey. I mean you can buy,
I mean,
you can buy
36. Yes, we're talking 10,
you
$11.
got your
$20 more.
tax, you got your shipping.
That's true.
So
40 bucks
you know,
basically, $41 or 40
yeah.
bucks, right? So,
So
but yeah, no, but just from a definition, from a sculpt standpoint, they look really really good, and it is different, right? We've been so used to looking at GI Joe figures. We've been so used to just seeing the ones we know. These are
yeah,
unknowns to us. This is unknown quantities or things to us. So when people create unknowns and you see them, then they might be even more striking than the stuff that you've known for 40 years, right?
yeah.
Um,
So
this
you
is
got this
cool.
dude Goblin.
Okay.
I see this dude. I kind of see the guy from Kill Bill, the leader of the crazy
Yeah,
88s dude.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I see. He's got a ninja sword there.
What is
He's got
the
a
bear trap
Judy.
there? What is that? Is that a
That
shield? Is that a
that looks like a trap. Like he comes with traps. So that's what I think that is like a bear trap.
and I see the chopping hands for sure, the
Yeah,
Judy
you got the
chop
Judy
hands.
chop,
But you also have your other the two hand right there. Those. Yes,
grasping.
those. Yes. Yes, that's great. I like that too. Instead of just fists and gun hands or sword hands and chop hands, you have one that's more grabbing out throat or something like that. I think that's great. And then what's the trap? So he's a trap kind of person, right?
Yeah, to me, this seems like he's going to be maybe like an assassin
Okay.
type character.
And
So
I'm
he's
with
got
you,
a couple of
Shane.
these.
I'm
Yeah,
with you, Shane. Kind of razor's edge, right? Like right there on that walking that fine line of being like you're on the other side of 40. You're on the
yeah.
back side of 40, right? Underside of 40, maybe,
Backside
or
40.
30, right? 40 to 30. That swing makes a difference when you're buying two or three of these guys.
It really does.
Hmm.
I've only still got the two. I haven't ordered any more yet because
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Joe's my main thing, but these
Yeah.
are a worthy. If you were going to venture, especially for you, you know, you like Joe's, you like Joe stuff, Joe type stuff. But this is a good line to pick up a few of. Just to kind of have as background or to play around with, because you can change these guys around so
Yeah,
much.
right, right.
I'll bring the
I,
Sleepwalker and Van Helsing
I
tomorrow.
would I would have liked maybe with this one another head sculpt
Yeah.
you know, a full facial covering, like full head covering, or a helmet, or so, you know, whatever, like something, just one other option there for this figure other than just the face mask with the teeth or the
Well,
tusks kind of thing.
I think this guy, like, the money's probably going to be spent on these traps, especially if
Yeah.
this is spring loaded here. Um,
Well,
he's
that'd
got
be
this
crazy
jade,
if yeah.
yeah, it's funky jade
Love the sword.
sword.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
mean, they just so we got a couple more. So this dude, Red
Oh
Demon,
shit. All right, now we're
yeah,
talking business. What the fuck? Here we go.
yeah. So
What?
and this backpack, it will look
Okay.
that good in person.
Dude, I might be maybe just maybe getting a slight chubby watching looking at these. Maybe.
So this dude right here, man. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
looks
people
great.
really like this guy, but the detail in these things is just unbelievable. I
These are
mean, they
cool,
do
man.
look this good.
Yeah, these are cool. I like what I'm seeing here.
There's some funky figures. So I go back to there's all of them
War
together. There's the
chest
group
back there in the
photo.
back,
Yeah,
controlling them all right with his magical beard goatee. Um,
it's like Samson. My strength is in my
yeah,
hair.
he even has Cthulhu under his spell, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, no, these do look good actually. Yeah, I'm really digging these. Look, I watched your videos on the two that you have. I personally was not as impressed with the Van Helsing, to be quite honest with you. Um, and maybe that is a very well liked figure. I did not find it for me as maybe impressive. But the other one I did like. But these, I'm actually really digging these. Yeah, exactly. Right, Shane? That's what I'm talking about.
Got
Right.
to confirm it. So,
Well,
um,
you know, if I didn't have the chains from my nipples running down to, you know, my nether regions, then I wouldn't even have any idea I had them at all.
oh,
But
look
that's
out and just
wait,
give you a little
what?
tug.
No, I did like that joke from Wolverine Deadpool though. I thought that was one of the funniest things.
Yeah, that was good.
It killed me every time.
That one, yeah, that was good.
Oh my god.
So let's see. Crimson Cobra Commander. It is. It's like they've got
Similar to
classified.
Joe's.
Yeah, they got classified
Yeah,
articulation.
I would assume.
They're as good. They're probably even a little more posable because the butterfly joint actually works.
Okay. All right.
Um, Now with Van Helsing, you get a whole lot more because his overlay,
Okay.
his vest, his tack vest, really stops a lot of it. But if you take that off because it's removable, you get a lot of movement with him. I actually put it back on him over here. Had it off of him for a long time, but I had actually put it on the Punisher. It looked really good on the Punisher. Um, but they're dope, man. I would recommend picking up, at least one just to get a feel of it.
Yeah, the I say the war chest one, but I can't help it now. And but the Cthulhu one, I really dig that one. Red Devil, is that the other one? Red Devil.
Yes,
I like that. But yeah, no, there's a
Red
few in there.
Demon.
Yeah, Red Demon. Yeah, there's a few in there that I actually really like. Those are super cool. The scientist man, the wolf, or
Dr. Rand.
Doctor. Yeah, that's a cool. Yeah, they look great, man. I'm cool with that. So I have to check those out. You know, maybe pull the trigger. I don't know.
BBTS.
Depends.
Now, the banner down here, a long time from now, they're expected first quarter of 2026.
Okay.
And I if they run like they run with the rest of them, that's probably going to be like the middle of 2026.
That's
Uh,
such a long time. I know.
But
Wait though. Holy
and
shit,
I didn't screenshot it, but I thought it was interesting, and
man.
I looked for I looked for Punk to bring this up on Monday night. I should have went back and got the screenshot. So
Yeah.
Fresh Monkey did something that I thought was kind of, I don't know, kind of sketchy, but uh, they made a post on Instagram yesterday, I believe, and it was basically a post saying that they are going to delete all negative comments on their social media.
Oh, come on, man. Stop it.
Yeah, that's what I
That
thought.
is that weak ass bullshit that people
Uh,
can't take criticism or they can't take, like, I mean, you're on the internet. It is part and parcel with being on the internet. I get negative comments. I might get negative messages
yeah,
or positive messages, whatever. You might get them, right? I had somebody. What was my review on Nemesis Immortal? Was like, this
yeah,
is one of the worst reviews I've ever seen. And you know what I responded? I agree with you 100%. Yes, it is one of the worst reviews that you're going to watch. If you're a fan of this figure, don't look to me as your guiding light. It's like, yeah, I'm with you. It's a terrible
yeah,
review. But my point being is that it comes with the territory, and not everybody's going to like your shit. And you know as well as I do, man, collectors and people in this sphere, people that buy the GI Joes, buy the toys, buy the shit, man, like very critical, and they'll
yeah,
tell you what they think. I don't like the color of the bullets that are in the whatever. I don't like the, what I'm saying, and so I hate that, because what it does, it stamps out discourse. It's
yeah,
saying we're going to not acknowledge people that maybe have issues with what we're doing, and we're only going to acknowledge the people who love us. And I think that's a terrible thing to do. I really do.
yeah. I don't agree with it. There's the post if you guys
Can
want to
you
look
can you
for it.
can you
I
can you
can't, I
zoom
can't,
it?
I can't zoom it on here because I don't
Is it
have it
on? It's
saved.
on. Is it Fresh Monkey
Instagram,
Fiction Instagram?
yes.
Okay.
So
I would like to read it. I'm not going to comment on their post. I'm not
yeah,
into them per se, but at the same time, I'm just not a fan, man. Like, look, criticism is part of life, and sometimes you think you're doing things that are right, and you're headstrong about it, and you get some criticism about it, and it's like, I can't believe somebody. But it's like, always try to step outside the box.
yeah,
Step outside of being in the moment and step outside the box and look at how things look to other people, or maybe obvious valid things people have. And so, yeah, I'm just yeah, I don't like this at all.
it does. When you read it, it is more centered at um, not really the product, but the fact that they're putting up pre-orders that aren't going to be out for another year and whatever, year and a quarter. It seems to be really geared toward the comments about that rather than like criticizing the quality or anything with the actual product. It's that they're putting up pre-orders for wave 3 when wave 2 is not due until the middle of next year, and it's been pushed back twice since I've been following it.
So I'm just in their first sentence. I'm gonna say one thing that I am not a fan of. We want to be clear about how we approach negative comments. We reserve the right to delete negative comments. So by deleting negative comments, you trick people into thinking that everything you do is the most positive, the best thing ever. And what happens is when people come in and they say, "Hey, man, I ordered these two figures 2.5 years ago, and
Yeah,
man, you guys haven't delivered. Have you got my money? Like, can I cancel? Can I back out? Or whatever." That is not good, right? Yeah, right. I can tell you what, they ain't getting shit for Hooded
no,
Cthulhu.
yeah, they
They're
don't give
getting
a fuck
shit.
what
They're
people
getting
think
shit.
about Hooded Cthulhu.
And I even love this because they even reference a comment, and I'm sure this is a real comment, because it says comments like Stop offering pre-orders when product hasn't delivered yet. Well, nobody's foolish enough to say, now look, I know you're not a fan of HasLab doing another HasLab, right? Without having the new one in hand because you need
Yeah.
to know what that quality's like. So I understand that. But or will the other comment is, or we'll see this in 2 years, or just being negative in general. And I think this is a really, this is, look, a small company takes them 18, 24 months. I get that. But de- deleting negative comments just because you want to cherry pick is really that's a shitty thing to do as a company, because everyone deserves to be critically critiqued for what they do. Now, are there people out there that say, you fuckers didn't send me my. Okay, fine. Like, we can suss that kind of bullshit out. We know what's real, what's not real when people are negatively commenting. But when people have valid concerns and valid comments, and you just want to cherry pick the ones that make your company look great and the ones that maybe bring things into question because of your delivery times and things of that nature, it's just not right, man. And I see that this post has been liked by 647 other people, including Legend Series, which I get it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people in this chat maybe that have liked that post. They may well. But I am one person who is not a fan of people not wanting to be critiqued constructively or cherry picking the comments you think you want to hear. Positive reinforcement is great. However, companies need to be held to standards. It just is. It just is true. No matter if it's Hasbro or Fresh Monkey Fiction, which is a small company. And so I don't like this. I don't like it at
Yeah.
all. I won't look. I'm assuming it won't have any effect on their business at all, because it obviously seems that almost 650 people agree with them that they're okay with not having negative comments in their feed. I want negative comments, not because I want people to talk shit to me or come at me. It's just if it's a good critique, if it's a valid point, I want that to be pointed out. But I'll never delete those comments. I think that's
Yeah.
so disingenuous.
So that was why, one, I wanted to show all the figures first,
Yeah.
and why I made this banner say what it says. And then I wanted to bring this up because you got a company that's killing it. They've delivered on their
Yeah.
product. Everybody, for the most part, that I've seen is happy. Couple gripes here and there with them, but not to the tune of what we see of classified figures. These There's a few issues with these figures. My figures don't have any. The two I've got, most everybody I know that's got them, don't have any issues with them. A little bit of excess paint that comes off. Guess what? You know what else does that? Mythic Legions do that. You know what else is some of the best looking figures on the fucking market? Mythic Legions. These are Mythic Legions GI Joe figures. So I wanted to show both sides of the coin here with how great these figures are, and I can't say enough good things about them. But this kind of shit is a dick move, and I hope they don't go down a rabbit hole trend of stuff like this,
It's just
because it's going to turn people off.
when you're getting that many people that like your post about deleting negative comments, I don't care how you frame it as a company. You're a
Yeah,
fucking company. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a company. You deserve to be critiqued. It's not, it doesn't mean that you're doing a bad job.
yeah,
And as War Chest says, all my figs were perfect. Great, right? So that's my thing. But deleting negative comments from your social media is one of the gayest things that you can do as a company. And I'm sorry.
yeah.
And I mean,
So,
I'll just say it. it
so there's
it's
legends.
it's so fucking weak,
Yeah,
to
I
do
don't.
that. I mean, I'm not saying don't be an asshole, but at the same time, if, people spend a lot of money on this shit, man. They wait 2 fucking years. And you're like, hey, guys, just want to check and see, what's going on over there. It's like, well, we may have to delete that comment. We
Yeah, and
don't
I
want that.
made
All we want is, hey, love what you're doing, guys. You're great. It's the best figure I've ever ordered. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I made a
I
lot of
just don't.
comments about these figures taking so long. You guys all heard me talk about how long it was taking to get them, and I haven't even been keeping up with them since they've been up for pre-order. I've only been
Sure,
aware of these
sure.
things for a year, so
And that, yeah.
but I just wanted to bring that up. I don't agree with that philosophy
I'm
there.
actually glad you did because honestly, it's nothing that it would have not have been in my wheelhouse for one, because I'm not following them on Instagram. I'm not super active on Instagram for one,
Yeah,
which is I just, and even my messages and shit that I get, I'm terrible about checking them. But but I do feel very strongly about this subject. And I don't care if it's with a toy company, if it's with a media company like the shit me and Matthew talk about on Tuesday nights, if it's with a drumming company that drum sets or drums that I like, electronic drums that I like, it could be whatever, right? That I'm
yeah,
into. I just never like that because I just think that it sends the wrong message. It's and
yeah,
I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but yeah, I don't like it. Again, I see as a lot of people like that post. I guess if you're okay with that, that's fine. But I'm not. I'm not okay with that. Constructive
yeah,
criticism is a good thing. I think it's okay for people to be upset. At the same time, I'm not saying people should have unrealistic expectations. Right? They're a small company. It takes them a while to get their figures out, but this is something that has become an issue. And then they're not the only ones, right? Because we know there are other companies out there. There are people that promise things. There's comic creators, independent comic creators. Ethan Van Sciver is one of them who has the whole frog, whatever the fuck frog thing. I don't know, whatever it's called. And this guy, he promises the moon, takes all kinds of money, and then it takes him 4 years to put a fucking comic book out.
yeah,
Like shit like that, right? I know
yeah,
people like that, and my point is like, yeah, it's not always easy, but when you're just one person making a comic book, right, and inking
yeah.
it, writing it,
A little
coloring
bit
it, or
different.
whatever, that's a little different. But yeah, man, that's just I don't know, man. That's a bad. I hate to see that. I like the figures. I like what I've seen. It may not very well stop me from investing in those, even though it's not my jam. But at the same
Yeah, it
time,
it
not real big on that shit, man. Deleting
that
comments is bullshit.
that it won't change your opinion of figures once you see the figures.
Oh, I'm
So
sure it won't.
uh,
I'm sure it won't. But I don't like that business
so
practice.
I am going to yeah, I don't care for it either. So I'm gonna step out just a
Yeah,
minute
yeah.
and
Do
go
go do your
refill
thing.
my
Take pretzel out,
coffee.
whatever you got to do. Get a coffee. It's 10. It's we've got
Yep,
a shit. We're a
we
little
got to
behind
roll.
schedule actually, so we got to get
Yep,
on it maybe because I got a
yep,
long day tomorrow. Tell me
yep.
about it.
So
So you do it.
I'll be
I'll
right
take over
back.
for a second. Um, and so look, like, and I don't want to rail on this because I know this stream is not the kind of stream that I do on a Friday night, and it's not a stream I do with Matthew. So I don't want to rail on that for a really long time. But I do want to say, like, and in the chat too, like, I'd definitely like to know, and I'm gonna try to scroll through just to see a little bit of what maybe you guys are saying in here. Like I said, Warchest said all his figures were perfect. Legend series is rocking up in here. Says it's some of the best figures I got this year. Van Helsing, one of my top figs of 2024, along with Delta Red. But don't be an asshole. I agree. And so that's my thing. Like a post like that, like I could see a lot of people saying, "Hey, yeah, man, like we're with you guys all the way. We love your figures and everything." Um, but people that come in and they're just talking shit to talk shit, you can suss that out, right? You can see if people are genuine in their criticisms and they're not. And so yeah, I understand when people that maybe are not genuine in their criticism and they're just in there talking shit. I see it on video game reviews. I see it on reviews of Amazon products, shit, whatever. We all see it. But at the same time, I just don't think deleting comments sends a good message to your customers, and I think when companies take time out to craft a post about it, then they're letting you know, right, that like, hey, you might criticize something we do, just know that it might get deleted so no one ever sees it. And so I'm just not a big fan of that practice. all criticism personally, and I'm nothing. I mean, I'm obviously not making figures. I YouTube channel is nothing, right? But I just don't like it. Let's see here, real quick. Matthew Matson says, I honestly commented a few months ago on their social about Wave 3 coming before Wave 2, and so many pre-orders before Wave 1 was fulfilled. That is genuine criticism. That's okay. Now that Wave 1 is fulfilled, Wave 2 pre-orders are fine, not 3. In his opinion. And Legend Series says, did they delete comments that were just criticizing the time frames, or did they delete like messed up comments? Because I agree with you, Legend Series. There are differences between those two things, 100%. And that's why I said, like, number one, I'm not okay with deleting comments, but if somebody comes in and all they do is just a string of cuss words, right? Or, hey, you fuckers, you're terrible. We can't stand you. You know, fuck you. You took my money. And I get it. I get that. Right. Like there's nothing constructive about that. But in their post, they literally mentioned like, hey guys, like why are you taking money or what? I just looked it up. But it wasn't anything terrible, right? It was just their time frame, I guess. And they're not crazy about people commenting on their time frame. So that's what I was kind of mentioning, Legends. And then War Chest says, I understand what they're saying about production times, pre-orders being part of the business model, and why things that take the time that they do. But I still have an issue with the statement they made, and that's my problem. My problem is the statement. Just don't even make the statement. If you want to delete comments, just fucking delete them and don't tell nobody. That's what I would, if that was my MO, that's what I would do. And Matthew, yes, Cyberfrog. Ethan Van Scriber is a nut job. I agree with you. He's attacked his former friends. They supported him but had their own project. My point about bringing up EVS was just that you have someone who's taking thousands of dollars from people and not producing the comics over years' time, right? And yet still continuing to take money from people like, oh, I'm going to get this comic out one day. And it's like, it's been 3 years. And yet you'll still see those fanatical fans in the YouTube chat section that if you try to criticize, they're like, how dare you? His Cyberfrog is the greatest independent comic ever made. It's like, well, yeah, but it hasn't been made. Like there's been one issue, shit like that. Nonetheless, that was fast, dude. Holy moly. Like that was really fast.
He didn't want to go out. I don't even think I went to the bathroom, but I don't think he even moved, dude. He's like, fuck this weather. I heard it raining earlier. I ain't getting up. So yeah, Pretzel did not even move. So do you need to go take a quick break?
I actually needed to go take a leak. I ain't gonna lie. I need to take a leak. And I'm also not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna take about 4 puffs off of a cigarette. Four long puffs. Okay.
Smoking is bad.
But while I'm doing it, I'm also gonna be taking a leak. So go figure. Anyway, all right, I'll be right back.
All right. We'll be here. So I wanted to show that about Fresh Monkey, and I hope it doesn't sway anybody's opinion about the figures. I don't think it will. I just kind of same thing as you guys said. I don't agree with that, and I hope they change direction on it. So with that being said, we got a couple segments left, and we're going to go through one of them really quick. And I promised you guys we were going to do something funny, and we're going to play a little game. But while he is doing that, everybody check out the Black Friday sales, because there are sales everywhere on all kind of stuff. They've been going on for almost a week now. Amazon's had some really good sales on Joe's. Walmart has had some killer deals on Joe's, and the Falcon and Quarrel 2-pack come back in stock yesterday. It was in stock earlier today. If anybody missed that, if you don't have it, you might keep up, check Walmart. Let's see. I don't know if I still got the tab open here or not. I did have it open. So trying to see, I'll look real quick and see. But I saw that come back in, and I know some people missed it. So, but there are deals to be had if you got to catch up on your figures. Let's see. is in stock right now at Walmart. So if you missed that 2 pack and you don't want to pay because it's been marked up, it's been going for 75, $80. If you guys missed it, it is up right now at Walmart for 54.97. So check that out if that's one you guys need. Um, I know another one they had, Night Force Tunnel Rat, was like $17. So go check out Walmart. Not that I'm partial to shopping any one place or another. I think Hella Dope was going to have a sale on Friday. I hadn't checked their site yet. But if there's anything you guys are missing, Target, just go because it's not going to show up online. I've been chasing two Legends, Marvel Legends figures on Target for the better part of a week now, and they're all available to pick up at a store, but it's not one of the ones. It's close, but it's not convenient, and I don't want it that bad. So yeah, good war chest. Go grab it. It's there now. Um, I don't know. I think these are going to be the best prices or Cyber Monday. I don't know. I don't think the prices are really gonna they're gonna fluctuate on different figures, I think, but I think the deals are gonna be there. Um I like in the pulse sale is going on right now as well. So you guys know that's happening. You got to spend $75. It's only on select stuff. It's hard to figure it out because they didn't put the banner beside what is on sale like they usually do. You actually have to click the section, then go to G.I. Joe. Whatever populates there, that is what is on the sale. I haven't kept up with it to really see, the stuff that's sold out. I know Valkyrie sold out, but whatever stingers are on there. So you spend $75 and you order a stinger, you're going to get 25% off of it, 35 if you're a premium member. So that's a good time to pick up some extra stingers if you guys need them. War chest just ordered 3. That's a lot of Falcon and Coral, man. Oh, let's see. Valaverse, I'm glad you brought that up. Crimson Cobra Commander, they are having a sale on Friday that I saw. I think it runs from midnight tomorrow night or noon on Friday to midnight Friday night. So Valaverse is having a sale. So if you guys need to pick up some of the Wave 5 stuff, probably be a good time to pick up a Vanguard. I think it's a site-wide sale if that's something you guys are looking at. So there you go. That's what I like to see. I got a few friends that missed it. It's a good friend right there. So I got a couple friends that'll do that as well if I miss something. And honestly, I may be relying on those friends the latter part of next year if Pulse stays on their bullshit on shipping.
Yes, I smoke. Don't judge me. I need to quit that shit though. Put them
Uh,
teenager things down.
I'm doing a I'm doing a good job on trying to quit vaping. I hadn't
Fuck,
bought one
hey
for
man,
three
that's
weeks.
good too. Actually, man, I do need to quit. That's for sure. Almost 50 years old, but man, it's
Uh,
hard. Shit's hard.
I got no problem with the toy line with the Action Force. I got no problem with them. I've only got one, and I have no problem with the one that I have. So, um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You hit it. Yeah, yeah. I knew you were lurking. I knew you were lurking. I'll be
Damn,
picking you up in the morning, son. So you better get your
damn,
shower. You better
damn.
shave. You better wash your hair, wash your face.
I'm
Grams
gonna,
is gonna be judging
yeah, I'm
you.
going. I'm going to smell you and make sure you
Uh-huh. Yeah,
smell
yeah. That's
fresh.
right. That's right. You better
So,
you better shower up, buddy.
so what is up, Requiem Evangelon?
Yes, there's my son. I love that
So
guy, dude. He's such a good man. He's a
he's
good
a
young
he's
man.
he's a good one.
He really is.
Um, all right, so we got a couple quick things, and I think we should probably do the thankful first. What do you think?
Yeah, let's
That'll
either
run
that or
through
we can
quick.
we could or It's up to you. Whatever you'd like to do. We can do the thankful last because Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and we can kind of finish it off, or we can finish it off funny. It's up to you guys. What do y'all
Let's
want in the chat? Do you want us to finish up funny, or do you want us to finish up kind of funny and kind of
wash your
serious?
ass.
You know,
Pablo, you washing
it's up
your
to
ass?
y'all. There's 20 people right now watching. I don't know how many people are actively chatting, but in the chat, you tell us, what would you like us to do? We'll give you 30 seconds, a minute. Put in the chat. Tell us, you want us to finish up serious, kind of thankful before Thanksgiving, which
That's going to be kind of funny too, though, by the way.
Yeah, I've got 5 sarcastic and I've got 5 serious. But yeah, y'all, you let us know what you'd like us to finish off with as we kind of round out the show, man. And if you don't feel like chatting it, that's fine too. I get it, man. I get it.
Damn. Thankful it was just a UTI, nothing crazy from hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, hot tub night with those ladies from Chicago.
War Chest, man, you send me, and you're in my thankfuls, by the way. But you send me some of the most funny, crazy shit, and I've had some of the most funny, crazy talks with you on the phone. I'm not gonna get serious right now, but yes, dude, you are fucking wild. I ain't gonna lie, man. You are a fucking trip, dude. So sometimes it's too much for some people. It ain't never too much for me. Trust me. I love it, man. Keep it coming.
I do have to know did you have Super Bowl Shuffle playing in the hot tub? It's too hot in the hot tub.
Hey, don't get in the water. Gonna make me sweat.
Gonna make me wet.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back to James Brown Celebrity Hot Tub Party.
Celebrity Hot Tub Party. Come on, y'all.
Next we got Joan Rivers.
I just fucking, he said the superimposed Joan Rivers in the hot tub.
I could watch that on loop.
Oh my god.
All right, so we got a couple of requests for finish funny. So that means we got to tell you guys what we are thankful for in 2024, and it's not going to be real long, and it's not going to be real sappy. So
no, got a few, but
so what are you thankful for? Don't matter.
Do you want to alternate them, or do you want me to just give you mine and you give me your? Let's alternate them. I've got 10, 5 funny, 5 serious, so I'll tell you what. I'll go first. I'll just get it out of the way. Sarcastically speaking, if you can't tell by the way I read these, this year I am thankful for Hasbro. Has been putting an emphasis on servicing their most loyal customers by rushing out deliveries as fast as possible this year. I'm thankful for that.
Similarly, I am thankful to Hasbro for dropping the ball so many times with everything they fucked up this year trying to order it, because it has given me some great content and a lot of new subscribers that found me, and everything I said was the truth. and I showed receipts.
Yes, you did, and those are some very highly watched videos. Very high. I wish I had the views on my shit that I had on those, let alone any of your other ones for that matter. But and Shane says, I'm thankful for all you fuckers walking into my world. You guys totally make the worst of days bearable. For real, you guys are the effing best of you, not just these guys talking. And likewise, very much so. Trust me on that. Very much.
Same here. I'm gonna get to something similar, Shane. So,
yep, me too. Number 2, I'm thankful for the G.I. Joe classified line to have switched back to windowed boxes, making them more colorful and amazing than ever.
The boxes or the figures?
No, the boxes. They're windowed now. They're back to windowed boxes, but they're more colorful and more amazing than they've ever been before. They went to non-windowed. I'm thankful for them going back to windowed, colorful, amazing boxes.
I am thankful for Quarrel's ass. Really look at it. I don't know if it's the paint,
Woo!
um,
Woo!
but
Sorry, that was a little loud.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not present with Scarlet. It's kind of there with Glenda, but check Coral out.
All right, well, yeah, I don't think I ordered that, I knew I'd be able to get it on discount somewhere. All right,
No,
number
you
3.
can. I just talked about it. Walmart's
Yeah,
got it right now. That thing's been selling for double almost.
then I will probably go ahead and order it. Number 3. I'm thankful for the weather in Tennessee being so steady and consistently inconsistent from day to day.
That's a good one because it was about 60 degrees here today, and Friday and Saturday we might get snow on December on November 30th.
Yeah.
It's going to be 20 degrees here Friday night. Them's January temperatures for
If
Tennessee.
you don't like the weather in Nashville in particular, but Tennessee in general, just wait a day or two. It'll be
Oh,
different.
yep. Um, I am thankful for Wild Bill and Clutch being really good figures. They didn't mess them up in any
All
way.
right. That's a good one. That's a serious one. That's a good one.
No, that was on the
Uh
other side, actually.
yeah, I know. I know it was. All right, number 4. I am thankful for the ever expanding migrant and stateside population in Nashville Okay. I'm thankful for the ever expanding migrant and stateside population in Nashville for guarding all traffic rules and driving so wonderfully each day I go to work. Oh, and for using their headlights and turn signals.
Yeah, I know that one's sarcastic because that's some bullshit. Um, I am thankful for Falcon's new head sculpt.
That
That's it.
that's pretty damn good actually, and that's something to be thankful for. Oh, wait, sweet baby Jesus, holy hell. Where's the Tylenol? All right. Number 5, I'm thankful for being able to go to the grocery and get a handbasket and leave paying $100 for all my goods.
Oh, very true. Very true. Um, uh,
All right.
and not semi serious. Not I got a bunch written down, so I'm going
That's
through them.
cool.
Semi serious though, I am thankful for GI Joe being alive in 2024 and doing awesome.
I love that, baby.
What's up, Eric Thurman?
Love that. G.I. Joe's been such a big part of my life for a long time. Kind of rediscovered in the last 3 to 4 years, I guess, 4 years or so. But it reminds you how much you love that shit. In all seriousness. Number 6. I am thankful for my son. I am thankful for my family and my health, and I am thankful for my job because I actually do really enjoy what I do for a living, and getting to talk to people every day that I really enjoy talking to that come in to see me. Like they like to come in to see me, and doesn't mean they wouldn't come in any other day, but I hear it a lot, and so yeah, I'm very thankful for that, and but yeah, definitely my family and my son, whom I love very, very much. And so yeah, very thankful for those things.
Was that all one?
That was one. That was just one, baby.
Oh wow.
Just
So
one. We got a few
I've
more to
got
go.
I've got most of those, but I split those up.
That's cool.
So all of those things you mentioned, these were all separate for me, but I'm going to lump them in together for
Okay.
time's sake. My family, of course, uh, health, relatively good.
Yes.
My job, and Pretzel, my
There,
dog.
there you
There's
go.
more. I'm going to let him go though.
No, that's good. Legend series. Thankful for gotten to know all of you in some form or fashion. For real, truly been a great year for a lot of us actually this year, right? Because I think this year for me, for you, and
Yeah.
getting to know more people, and so yeah, and that is also on my list. I will say that number 7, I am thankful that I actually get to stream every week with Matthew, which has been an absolute pleasure for like 26 or 7 weeks or something like that. And that I get to stream with you every 2 weeks, which is something that 3 years ago I would have never even thought about, right? Like I tried to tell you to start a YouTube channel, whatever, 2 years ago, whatever it was. But
Wow.
but being able to get on and do this and have fun and cut up and joke around and actually have people that come in and hang out too and like to just listen to two southern dudes talk shit every couple weeks is very very fun. And so yeah, so I'm thankful to be able to stream every week with Matthew, every 2 weeks with you. It's the highlights of my weeks, to say the least. So that's
Yep.
my number 7 actually.
So next, I am thankful for time off from my job when I get it, because there are people that don't get to take many days off, and I am thankful to be able to have one. And I've been there so long, I pretty much don't get any flack when I need time off or want to take a vacation. And that just makes me recall I forgot to mention something when I was talking about the sales. Um, I'm thankful that Joe Fest is running a sale on the tickets for next year. So if you guys are going and you hadn't bought tickets yet, because I haven't, um,
Oh,
that's on sale.
we're going. Ain't no two ways about it. That's going down. So
So
I mean,
tickets are on sale.
we can't go one year and turn around and not go the next after what happened last year.
Yeah,
So yeah, no. Yeah, for me, Mr. Madgus, yeah, that's fucking great. That's a
I just
great
had to
one.
clear it off. I had it.
Uh, yeah, no, no. Yeah, for me, let's see here. You know what? This year, actually, just out of the blue, I'm thankful to have gone on Thursday with a friend and ramble for like over 3 hours about my life and whether anybody was even interested or watched or have watched it or whatever. That was a really good time. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad Punk with Toys asked me to come on there. Um, I'm not totally like toy collector where a lot of his conversations maybe would be or where some of those conversations would go. But that was a really good time, and I had a great time doing it. And so I'm thankful for going on his show and him having me on there just to chat and just hang out for a while. Even though back in June we had a lot of fun at Joe Fest, but that was a lot of fun doing that. So I'm thankful for doing that this year.
yep, for sure. And same here. It was a good time, and I was glad to be able to get on there and be in the hot seat for a minute. So that absolutely. So mine, I've really only got one more written down, and I mentioned all of that other stuff, but I didn't mention friends um, yet, because a lot of my friends, like my real world friends, like I don't have this connection with those people. They don't give a
Yeah,
shit about any of this, not one of them.
yeah,
So friends is everybody that tunes in and listens, watches the videos, my subscribers and all of you guys in the chat. Uh, I consider you guys all friends, and it's been awesome getting to really get to know you guys this year. So I am thankful for my old friends as well as my new friends. I really enjoy being on here and interacting with you guys. And if it weren't for you, this would not be nearly as fun, would not be nearly as interesting, and I would not look forward to it at all. So thank you guys.
love it. I'm all about it, dude. Yeah, it's great, and probably don't realize the value of that until maybe you are a little older. Something you haven't had for a while that
Yeah.
you end up getting in some shape, form, or fashion, right? And then you kind of realize how important it is and how much fun it is. And so, yeah, I'm with you 100%. I will say that number nine, I'm thankful that two friends that I've met on this platform have survived serious health issues and have come through the other side this year. You know who you are. If one of them's still listening, I think so. The other one maybe not. Um, but yeah, no, very, you know, just just glad to see that, hear about that, and so I'm thankful that two people that I have gotten to know definitely have hopefully gotten on the other side of what they've been dealing with, and if anybody else, I obviously hope that that's the case as well. Number 10, I'm thankful for being above ground every day, being able to go to work, watch football, play video games, watch YouTube around the fucking clock because that's what I do. That's literally it. And lastly, yeah, man, like having there's people out there that do YouTube channels. There's people that make content that have, thousands of people that, live streams, all that kind of stuff. There's 21, 19, whatever. It bounces back and forth, 24, 18, 16, 14, whatever. And I don't care. It doesn't matter. I've told people this at work. If you were in a room talking to 20 people and you were talking for 2 to 3 hours straight, that's a lot of people to talk to. And so I think sometimes people don't understand like the value and what it's like to do that and have 20 people
Yeah,
show up to
it's a lot
listen
of
to you
people.
talk. It's a lot of people. If you put those people in a room, that's a lot of people. Yes, on the internet, it for a lot of people they say that's just not a lot of people. That's not me. But when you really condense it down and think about it, just being able to go on and have people that like to hear what you have to say, good or bad, criticisms or not, really appreciative of everybody that shows up week after week in the chat. Me and Matthew on a Friday night for me, whatever it is, I really appreciate it, really, really do, and it's been a lot of fun, and I want to continue it. But I'm very thankful for that. It's something I've discovered, that this year that I really enjoy doing, and so kind of alongside of what you've said, I really do appreciate so many people that do come back and really like to hang out and making connections and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's even more meaningful, I think, the older that you get, right? When you're younger, because you just have so much ahead of you. And so this has been a lot of fun over the last several months for me. And so I'm very appreciative of everybody that's in here right now. So much. And it makes it so much more fun when y'all are here instead of me and him talking to each other like we could do on the telephone.
Yeah, we do that on the
So
phone. So,
yeah,
we're
so
we're glad that you guys enjoy listening to our banter. Sometimes better than others.
yep, yep. But that's kind of my last one, and just to echo kind of what you were saying. Yeah, it's I nobody in my normal life, regular life, cares about pop culture really. Movies, TV, yes, I have those conversations at work and stuff. But as far as and yes, War Chest, you did make cancer your bitch, and that's exactly one of the people I was talking about. Wraith Mace being the other person, and yeah, man. So yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I'll tell anybody if you give me a couple hours, I will talk your fucking ear off. I will. I will.
True story.
So yeah,
Oh, I
try
think
me.
my keyboard
But
just
anyway,
died.
uh-oh. Well, I guess you just gonna have to use a mouse. Not the real one
Okay.
that you keep in your pants, but
The one I have in my pocket.
yikes. But yeah, man. So anyway, so look, that's our giving thanks for this year. It's time to get on to the fun stuff before we get out of here because we are
All right.
overdue already. So let's get it on, baby. You got a bunch of them. I got 10 of them. Let's have a good time. It's time for G.I. Joe on a shelf. Is that
It's
what we're calling it?
my favorite part. One of my favorite parts about the holidays, and I don't have many, are the memes. I love seeing the memes that come around during the holidays, and I love seeing all the different funny stuff that people come up with, and this come up the other night on a on Pop Blender stream. We were talking about various things, talking about holiday traditions and such, and discussion turned to Elf on a Shelf. And I never got to do Elf on a Shelf with anybody, but I can definitely see the appeal and why
Sure.
people enjoy it. I think it would be awesome if you had kids and you got to do Elf on a Shelf. I do regret missing that, but what I do have every year is I have the memes that people do for Elf on a Shelf, and that got me to thinking, what if we did Joe's on a Shelf? And they're not, not, you see those memes, like the one that I always go back to is Snoop on a Stoop. And they
Yeah.
actually made Snoop on a Stoop. You can go buy Snoop on a Stoop. So I thought it would be funny if we took some Joe's and did Joe's on a Shelf. And how does the meme always start? You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of? So, um, I, uh, so Crimson Cobra Commander does not know what Elf on a Shelf is. So rundown is it's this little doll right here. It's this little elf doll, and this little elf doll it's basically to deceive children and keep them in line without having to use a belt during the Christmas season. So this little elf is Santa's helper, and it reports on all of your children's movement back to Santa Claus. And yeah, see, there you go. So the gag is that there's this little elf that you put somewhere that a child can see, and every night that elf moves. And people do really, really creative things with the elf on the shelf. And every year there's memes like what I just mentioned. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Snoop on a Stoop? So we are doing some G.I. Joe ones.
Yes.
Belts work so much better.
I know. Sorry. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
There
Yeah.
you go. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, he has the 2-inch army guys. Yeah, the belts definitely probably work so much better. Mr.
Yeah.
Madgus, old fashioned. Yeah, this is something I've actually never done before, and I actually like this version better than the elf. So, without further ado, do you want to give me your first Joe on the shelf?
Do you think this will be easier if we do all of them so we can just skip through slides? Then go forth and adding screens? How do you want to do it?
Let's just go back and forth. It don't take nothing to share a screen. So you go ahead. Yeah, bang one out, and then I'll give you my first one.
So this is so chat. This is a question to you. You got to figure out what these are. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of?
Okay, I see how we're doing this now. You guys in the chat, punch it in there if you know it. Punch the answer in. Give me the answer. Got this one right away. If you're near a keyboard or a phone, type it in. You got to know it. You know this already, right? You have to. That's great. Yeah, Shane says that's great. Mendoza got it. I get it. Yeah, the typing on your phone is a pain in the ass, and you get the autocorrect. But Grenadier on a beer, yeah, baby. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, I'll bring mine up, so I am ready to go. Here we go. You guys, you tell me, do you get this one? Anybody know what this one is?
I know what that one is. Oh, it's awesome.
Somebody's got to get this, right? It's too easy. from the ghettos of Mississippi. Yeah, Matthew
Matthew
Matson.
got
Yes, rock and roll, baby. You got it. All right. You got it.
roadblock on a clock.
On a clock. What's your
You
next
got to
one?
say that slowly.
Roadblock on a clock.
All right, so you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of
Shit. I can't wait to show you mine. I'm going to do it next.
like clock block? These are
Now, the
great.
funny thing is that I kind of somewhat didn't do the Anna, right? Like, I kind of almost had it reworded in my head a little bit. So, it is the Anna part for me is a little bit Flint on a grid. Matthew,
Flint on a vent.
Flint on a vent. All right. Let me give you mine. It has to do with Flint, but it's not necessarily Anna. I guess I was thinking of it more because I've never done Elf on a Shelf. So like in my mind, I'm coming at it from like a different perspective, but it rhymes. It's all still rhymes. So all right. Let me
Oh, I see what that is. So doing some laundry, were you? You might have to zoom in on that a little bit. Okay. Requiem got it.
Flint on Lint. Yeah, Flint attacked by Lint. Like, yeah, exactly. See, the Anna part escaped me because that's how dumb I am. But I was like, Flint and Lint? Oh, yeah, I got plenty of Lint. Let me just look at the. Hang on, I got to show you this part. I put Lint
he's
in the
got
barrel.
gunsmoke.
I put Lint in the barrel.
I actually
Oh,
did
shit.
think of Lint with Flint. So all right,
Oh, shit. All right.
so you heard of Elf on a Shelf, but
Yes, I have.
have you heard of
Oh my God. Yes, I think we all know all too well. We have to know. Zartan. It's too easy. Oh my God. Well, you know, Matthew Matson, can you guess
Yep.
what this one is then?
Flint Went? Some of them, yeah, we're gonna have some of them are just too damn easy. Oh,
Zartan on a fan. He's like, curse this fan.
Mr. Madgus says Zarfan.
Oh, it's so stupid. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my God. I can't wait for one of these. Two of these, actually, but one of these in particular. All right. So,
I did a
oh my
did a
God.
bunch.
All right. Yes.
All right. So, all right. You heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of
Motherfucker hanging with a koala. Where's our Australian friends when you need them?
I know, man.
Ripper on a zipper. He got it.
He
Requiem.
got
He
it.
knows that figure too. Holy moly. That's
Figure
great.
of the year last year,
All
buddy.
right. Well, here's my next one. You guys tell me whether or not you can figure this out. Let's see.
Okay, so the one that I told you I didn't have all the parts to was this.
Okay.
And I did not go back and create it. I forgot. I didn't have time to do it.
This is an original blender my mother got for a wedding present, by the way, in
It looks like it.
1968, I think.
And that
Dr.
shows,
Mindbender on a blender.
So I was gonna do that one, and I cannot
Oh my
find the
god!
top part of my blender.
Oh, seriously, this blender, this is an Osterizer from 1968. It is a chrome with a glass cup. This is a bad daddy, man. And I have it. And there he is. All
Dr. Mine
right,
blender.
let's go.
That's right. Koalas, no fucks given. That
That's
is
right.
right. So, all right. So you guys have heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of?
So stupid. Is it edible? Dr. My Baby was not edible.
Bobby got that one.
Yes,
Torch on a porch.
on a porch, baby. Okay, one of my favorite ones I did. I was gonna save it for last, but I know which one I'm gonna save for last because I think you guys.
Mine are in no order. They're in the order that I did them.
Like my lighting rig. Like my lighting rig out there on my hood. You guys tell me, what is this? What is this? Who is this? What is this? Viper on
a wiper.
And I had to twist his leg all flat. You know how like when characters fall and they hit the ground and they're just flat? I was like, I got to turn his leg flat and foot out. I should have had the wipers up. That would have been even better. But yes, the Viper is coming. Yeah, that was fun to take. That was my last one that I actually took. But I have more. That was the last picture I actually took today.
I get quite a few more. I hope y'all are enjoying this.
No, that's great. You got more than I do, but yeah, keep it coming.
You heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of?
Oh, almost did it. Almost did it. I was so close. I was this close.
That's the grassy patch beside my house that I mow.
I was so close to doing it. He was on my couch. And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I did the Techno Viper instead."
Crimson Guard in the yard. But it's on the yard.
Now, maybe you guys, it might take you a minute to get this one. You may have heard, and this is not this is a different phrase. Okay. So I may have to kind of spell it out for you, but, you might get it. You might get it.
Oh, okay.
Look at the picture as a whole.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's in a, yeah. That's a pretty good one.
It's, dude, you want to talk about creative posing, and he is literally, he's not laying on the thing. He is standing. So he's actually standing, leaning backwards and forwards. So I had to work hard on this one. Oh,
that took a minute.
Yeah. Sergeant Slaughter afraid of water. That was my idea. But yes, Sergeant Slaughter on water, whatever you want to call it. I even laid the water bottle out.
If that's posed, that took a minute.
No, it is. He's posed. You can see the shadow. He's not laying down. He's actually standing in that pose. That was wild.
That's some good posing. That is hard. It's hard to do right there.
And solid. He posed solid. So anyway, Sergeant Slaughter, afraid of water, whatever you want to call it. That was that one. Yeah, we got Slaughter on the water. That's right.
Mr. Madgus, yeah, if you my neighbor's walking by looking at you. So if you hadn't watched my dragonfly video,
that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
He was outside mowing the grass while I was doing that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of this one? This one's a leap. This one might take a second.
I already got it. I already got it. Already got it. That's great. Holy shit.
That
That's
is
just great. And I
that is
love
the
the cover too, by the way. And
yep.
the yeah. Oh yeah.
Crimson Cobra Commander got it. It's a trooper on a pooper.
Trooper on a pooper, man. I love it. All right, you guys, we were talking about that poor guy's hand earlier.
Oh damn.
Well, you're about to get your fair share of my version of it.
What? What is that one? Is that your hand or your foot? Looks like your foot.
What's his name?
Destro.
What's that?
A crack? What?
Destro and a toe.
Oh. Mr. Madgus got it too.
Desto. Destro and a toe.
That's I never thought. I looked at Destro and thought, what in the fuck rhymes with Destro?
That's my damn foot.
Nothing. And I said, that looks like your foot. Hey, look, I got
Destro and a toe.
nothing in my house that rhymes with Destro. And I had two of them.
Oh my God. I couldn't help it. I was like, how am I going to fit this? How am I going to work this out? I was like, I'm going to work it out. I'm going to take my shoe off. Take a picture of my toe.
Matthew's
With Destro
so
actually
bad.
looking quite disgusted, ready to blast it. He's got his gun
he-
pointed at it.
Gonna blast some of that toe jam
Hideous.
out of there.
By the way, that was a quite pedicured toe.
Mhm.
All right, what you got next?
All right, so you've heard of Elf on a Shelf,
I
and
did.
you've heard of Trooper on a Pooper, but have you heard of
Wait a minute. I think it is what I think it is.
Raptor on a Crapper?
Yep. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so fantastic. Whew. All right.
Oh, that's a pretty good one too. Bird on a turd.
Bird on a turd. That's good. I got
Right,
three
that's
more. I'll give you the obvious one. This is an obvious and really almost doesn't even need words. Because it's the name speaks for itself, and I almost couldn't help it if this makes sense, right? So don't think of it as like something on a like yeah, you'll see it. Anyway, the picture speaks for itself. Let's see. Here we go. And I had fun with this one.
That's pretty good.
I used the same word twice, all right?
Yeah.
So
I never would have thought about that. I'm glad to see you use that set though.
I know, right? I've had it for I don't know 3 years or whatever, 2 years. But anyway, yes, barbecue on a barbecue.
Matthew didn't like that one. Same time says you guys are my kind of redneck.
Yeah, Matthew, you don't. Hey, look, I'll take all the constructive criticism you got. I'm not fresh monkey fiction. Okay?
Just don't talk about how long it takes him to make these pictures.
That's right. That's right. It took me about 10 minutes to get him out of the package and put that shit together and make that picture.
All right, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, and you've heard of Raptor
on a Crapper.
But have you heard of that one's pretty easy.
I like it. I like it. Doc on a rock.
Doc on a rock.
Better bring it. All right, folks. I had to go out of the house for this one. I hope you appreciate it. It is. Tell me whether or not you get it.
I think I get it. That's Tomax, correct?
That's Zaymot.
That's Zaymot.
That's Zaymot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Zaymot. But he has a last name.
Okay. All right. I got it now. I'll tell you what I was thinking Tomax on snacks.
Okay, that's good. No, I went last name.
Okay.
Requiem says pimp trying to eat healthy. No. That's good. Anybody? Any of y'all know the actual last name of Tomax and Zaymot?
Shane does.
Shane knows it. It's on the box. Paoli on the guacamole.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole. Yep, had to go to Kroger and take that one last minute because I had to go back to Kroger for some last minute
after I
shit.
talked to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I stuck him in my pocket. I went and I looked around. I was like, is anybody watching me right now? And I took one other picture, but then I was like, no, I got to put his hands raised like he's in this holy field of holy guacamole. And he's raising his hands to the guacamole gods. And then I had to raise his head up. And I was like, no, I got to get a better picture. It was fucking hilarious. People were walking around me, and I pulled this figure out of my hands, and I'm like moving his arms up and shit. And I'm like looking around going, is anybody watching me? And I already had a bunch of stuff too. So I had to set it all down. And then I would stick this figure in the cooler. And yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Actually, there were two older ladies who were shopping for salads and such, and they may have seen me. I don't know, but they may have seen me. I only have one more after that, but I thought Zaymot Paoli, holy guacamole, was pretty fun.
Paoli on guacamole is pretty good. All right, so
Doc on a rock.
Heard of Elf on a Shelf and Doc on a Rock.
That's right.
Have you heard of?
Wait! I gotta see this one.
So if that dude falls off the shelf, he might wind up somewhere. He's gonna land somewhere if he falls off. Yep. Triple C guy.
There we go.
Still okay.
Yes, because I'm sitting there running all the names in my head, and I'm going, "What the?" Yes, Triple C. He nailed it. Yes, as always, on top of that one for sure.
Yeah, Frank, I did Iron Grenadier on a beer.
Yep. Yeah, he did. All right, my last one. I'm really proud of this one, folks, because I had to coerce these figures into my Olin Mills studio to take this picture. And so I hope you appreciate the efforts that went into making this with the backdrop and the pull down thing they do and all that. And at the same time, it is an on. You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of
Okay, I got it. All right. That's pretty good. You opened up a lot of figures for this that you don't normally have out.
Some I've never opened before.
Yeah.
Quick kick on some chicks.
Yep. Mr. Madgus got it. Daredevil got it.
Yeah,
I
man.
was thinking something else, and I'm like, no, those are all women. That's
Trust
not what
me.
that's not what
I
come
tried to
mind.
tell you when I tried to stand them all up and
Oh,
hold
yeah.
them as they
Yeah.
were standing up, that shit did not work. But I loved putting the Valkyries on the end. I loved having Lady J and CoverGirl and Zorana.
Yeah.
And then he's got the fudgy bar with his leg kicked up and his
Yep.
hand kind of, Judy chopping. It's supposed to be resting on his thigh. But anyway, I was like, he's got to have the fudgy bar. He's got to have the face sculpt, the head sculpt. That he's got his lips pursed. He's like,
Yeah.
and that was the first one I thought of when I was coming up with this. I was like,
That's
quick
good.
kick on some chicks. I was like, come on, man.
That one's good.
And they were all too happy to take this picture. Now, what happened
Yes.
afterwards when the lights got turned off, I can't say. Okay, I have no recollection of that. So for
He
y'all
probably ran them off with some
out there,
movie impressions.
yeah, how's the young sweetheart?
That guy's a douche.
All right, that's all.
taking-
That's all I got. But I know you have a few others.
I had so much fun with this. I've got some more if you guys want to go through them. I had a lot of fun, so I got a lot of these. So heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of?
Well, Bill, you got a problem. Well, Bill, listen, man, we need to talk, buddy. He's standing on top of him.
Hey, I was hoping somebody noticed that. I've actually got him posed on top of him. Requiem says Bill on fentanyl.
Bill on fentanyl. That's good. That is good. Damn. Would have never thought of that one. That's pretty good. Wow.
All right. So got that one. You heard of Wild Bill on a Pill, but have you heard of this one? I got to zoom in a little bit. Or I do have another angle for this guy. So that's my pickup. Yep. Nunchuck on a truck.
Yep, that's good, Bobby. That's good. Nailed it, baby. Oh my God, that's great. What else you got?
Next one's pretty straightforward, I think. Heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of?
Yep. Yeah, I have. I have heard of that. I sure have. I've been out back with one of those a couple times in my life.
Out back on a jack. All right, let's see. So this next one's. I wish Eric Thurman was still in here. So you heard of Elf on a Shelf, and you heard of Out Back on a Jack. But have you heard of?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Eric is here. He got it. Bobby got it too. Grunt on a bunt.
Shit. Oh my God, that's great. Oh my God, that's great. How the hell do you still have that mold?
This is
fantastic.
This was in a tote downstairs that was Mom's kitchen stuff. So that mold is probably older than that blender.
Oh, sure.
That you showed. So, all right. So we've heard a grunt on a bunt, but what about? I keep having to go back to the other screen. So what about?
Oh, that's money, baby.
Everybody
all together. Say it all together. Lady J in a sleigh. Yeah, and
So,
this is actually before she got seduced by Quick Kick. They took a sleigh ride, and then she ended up with 5 other chicks, 4 other chicks.
sounds like a party. Who'd have thought Quick Kick was that cool? So, all right, thank y'all. Y'all, thank y'all like this one. So you heard of Lady J on a sleigh, but what about
Yes, yes, love it, love it, love it, love it. All about that. All about
uh,
that one. And I love this figure, by the way, too. I don't even know why I love it so much, but I do.
the more I mess around with him, the more I like him. So, all
Dude,
right, my,
Big Ben on a
yeah,
10, baby.
Big Ben on a 10. So, next one we got. Have you heard of? This one may take a second.
Shit. I hadn't even opened this guy yet. Holy moly. That's great. That's just great. Love it.
So that is ripcord on a board.
That's
There we
right.
go.
Ripcord
Got it.
on a board.
This
Bobby Wole's
next
all
one.
over that one.
Next one's pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty easy.
It's Jinx on a sink. Trying to run through them and show you guys all the pictures, so you can just follow along. Just yeah, just show them. So then we got this guy. That one's pretty straightforward, I think.
Oh my God. Beach head on the bed, baby.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Oh, good. Good stuff.
and then I keep having to go back and click the other screen. So that one, I thought that one was pretty good.
Yep. That's the thing. You start to find this stuff around your house, and then you start to try to figure out who you can rhyme it with. That's what I started doing. Going, okay, what can I use? What can I use?
Yep.
I knew I was going to use Flint, but I was like, there's all this lint on the floor by the dryer. I was like,
Yep.
I'm just going to pick it all up.
Yep. So we got rock and roll on a bowl.
Yeah,
So this
baby.
next one was one of the very first ones that I actually thought of when we decided to do this. So
Yeah.
Shane says that was the wrong bowl for rock and roll.
You got that right. No kidding, Shane. Yep, and Requiem, pig on a
Yep.
fig, red road pig on a fig.
Road
That's
pig
right.
on a fig.
That's
So
good.
you and I had some of the same ideas. So
Yes,
on the next one,
that's great.
you got a viper on a wiper.
I almost broke out my Viper, but it was the Cobra Island Viper, and I have not opened that box yet, and I'm not sure I
Yeah.
want to.
I don't have those guys open either. I got 2 of them, but I've never
Yeah.
opened them because I have
Yeah.
2 of 3 packs.
I thought about Python Patrol Viper too, then I thought about another one, and I was like, nah. So I'm gonna use Techno. I've already opened him up.
All right, so
Great.
the next one I need to take guesses on because it's funny. So I like this one.
Wait a minute.
Bobby got it. It's a scout on a snout.
That's good, yeah, because I was running through all the nose schnoz. Right? Like I'm running through all the names in my head. That Bobby's quick to the draw, man. That's good stuff, man.
Bobby's quick on it.
That is good stuff.
But have you heard of Yeah, he was Mr. Madgus. My dog was like, man, come on.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Get the fuck out of here. Uh,
That's good,
no,
actually,
no,
Bobby.
Bobby,
That's
but that
actually really
works.
good.
That
It
I'll take
does.
that.
Yeah, it actually does work. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby should win the prize. Actually,
So, that ham on jam will work, but I was actually going for pork belly on jelly.
pork belly
Yep.
on jelly.
Yep.
Yep,
Same
that's
time. Got
that's
it there.
great. Daredevil. Yeah,
Yep.
pork belly
So,
jelly.
you again, we had the same idea.
Yeah, roadblock on a clock. That's too easy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that one was
I
an
mean,
easy one.
listen, I had another one in mind, but I can't show it. You're right. I can't
Yeah.
put it on, YouTube because they
Yeah,
would
I'm not.
they would have stricken our video.
I'm not dating the same chick that I was last year, so we could have come up with that one. Uh, so I only have one more. You guys only have one more of these things to sit through, and
Let's
this one's
do it. One
relatively
more and
easily.
let's get out of here. What you got, baby? Yep, I like it. I almost used him too. I thought about it and I almost pulled him out, but I was like, man, I gotta come and get real creative. Uh,
That's the only thing I could think of.
Chuckles and a buckle, baby.
Chuckles on a buckle.
Love it. Man, oh man.
So
Butt
that
on
was
your
that.
butt. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I actually
Thought
I
about that
wanted
one too.
I wanted to use Mutt. So when I talked to you on the phone and I said if I was gonna go back to the store, I was gonna I was gonna do what you did with Zaymont, and I was gonna
Yeah.
set him on some Boston butts
Oh yeah.
in the cold aisle.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna do
I
when I
wouldn't have had that
mentioned
one if I
that.
didn't have to
So
go back to the store, but I ended up having to go back because of chicken broth, and so I was like, you know what? And by the way, man, Kroger, buy two get three free on like Pepsi and Coca Cola products. So this is the second time I've taken advantage of that. So I have so many 12-pack Dr. Peppers, Barks Root Beer. I've got two new 12 packs of Barks Root Beer. I know Requiem will be really happy about that. And Duke taking a Duke. That's pretty good too, actually. um, but yeah, man. So I was like, okay, well, let me load up on sodas. I
yeah,
mean, it's
might
terrible,
as
but that's
well.
what we do.
So
Cherry Dr. Pepper. That's the new crack, folks. So
I
look,
like the vanilla. That stuff's
so,
good.
yeah. Let's see. So I don't know. All I'm gonna say is happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out, coming to chill with us every time. It's so much fun, and obviously with you, it's so much fun doing it and trying to come up with ideas and stuff like that. And as
Yeah.
we get closer to Christmas, we'll have a year in review and top 10 figure list and all that kind of stuff for sure. And
Oh, I
that'd
could
be
have done
fun to
that.
do.
I got one of
Yeah,
those. I could have
Doc on
done
a
that.
walk.
So,
That's good.
uh, will you doing a
Yep.
an unfiltered Friday?
Yeah, Friday night, unfiltered. Definitely going to be going over some stuff. Going to pull up a few stories. So if anybody wants to come hang out with me on a Friday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 Central, I will do another unfiltered stream alone. Last week was a lot of fun having friends, having people on. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to do that every once in a while, just to kind of get to know people. Anybody wants to come on and just shoot the shit, and it was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, I'll be back at it Friday night. So, some more pop culture stuff. I am planning on actually starting up a sports um, a sports secondary channel, but I'm not sure what direction I want to go with it. So for now, Friday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and that's the next thing till next Tuesday with Matthew at 10 o'clock Eastern. So that's about it,
Word.
man. What do you got going on coming up? And then let's get them out of here, man.
Yeah, we needs to roll. I don't
Yeah.
really have. I've got probably a couple of reviews I'm going to do next week. Sometime next week I'll be getting a rather large package from Hella Dope Toys,
Cool.
and there's not one GI Joe thing in it. So stuff that's supposed to be shipping out Friday. So probably be doing a couple reviews on that sometime next week. I don't know. I might try and do a stream at some point this weekend, just to what's up, maybe open some stuff. I just have to see
Sure.
how the weekend goes.
Why
Try to
not?
keep my ass warm because it's gonna be cold as hell
It's
here. So
getting cold.
But that's it. Hit that like button, guys, if you hadn't already. I appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out with us tonight on 7's Wild. Thank you all for being here. We are thankful for all of you guys.
Yeah, man.
And hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving Day. Enjoy it. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.